When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
It's time for the excitement of West Virginia high school volleyball, featuring the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Tonight's coverage is being brought to you by the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Rock's Local Markets, Parsons Ford, the Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Bechtel Jewelers, CMA Honda of Winchester, Brown Funeral Home and Cremations, Orsini's Home Store, the Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance Agency, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Modern Realty Results, and the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm. Now let's send it out to our broadcasters for tonight's coverage.
Welcome here to Klein Court at Musselman High School for West Virginia High School volleyball action in the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Con McLaughlin alongside me is Jim Klein. Nick Verzolini is our on-site producer, and our cameraman, Dylan Bishop, back at the studio is Spencer Dupuy. As tonight we got JV and varsity action between the defending state champion Musselman Applemen and the Spring Mills Cardinals. Jim, I know your excitement you can hardly contain right now because volleyball is finally back here in the Mountain State.
Yeah, we're ready to go, man. You got Musselman ranked currently in Max Prep's AAA volleyball state class West Virginia rankings at number 7. Spring Mills comes in at number 16. Should be a very good matchup this evening.
Yeah, looking forward to these two teams, as on the varsity side last year, Spring Mills actually took a set, was the first one to take a set from Musselman all the way up until Hedgesville was able to do so and upset them in the regional championship, as Musselman won sections, Hedgesville won regionals. But now comes the task for the Lady Applemen of having 4 straight state championships.
Yeah, it's an uphill battle, but as Coach Martz reminded me right before this broadcast started, they just came out off a stellar win of the tournament down in the Carolinas. They've got the best libero in the state of West Virginia. This team is loaded and ready to go. So we're looking for a lot of fireworks. Now, conversely, Spring Mills, on the other hand, returns a core of starters that could make this a very challenging match, even at home, for the reigning state champs.
Yeah, as you just briefly mentioned, that tournament that the Musselman Lady Applemen were at this past weekend in South Carolina was the border battle of North Carolina and South Carolina. Typically, it's only teams from those states, but Musselman got to go down there, face the number 2 team in South Carolina, and actually came out as the champions of the North Carolina-South Carolina border battle. Ada McCoy won MVP of that tournament, and Avery Lark as well as Ava Dunnigan made all-tournament team.
Yeah, there's no question. They've got the Mangler, Ada McCoy. She's right back where she left off at the conclusion of last season. If you heard the show today at noon on Sports Mix, I did make a mistake looking at Ada and Ava. And any coaches that are listening, I'm sure there's hundreds of coaches listening right now who are very interested, in probably every player on the Musselman roster. Ava Dunnigan signed at College of Charleston a Division I volleyball scholarship for beach volleyball. Ada McCoy is still on the market. The Mangler has yet to sign with a Division I university, and I would expect that somewhere within the next couple years.
And then on the other side, looking at this Spring Mills team, a team that you just mentioned earlier a little bit, bringing back a lot of starters, but also having a first-year head coach this year in Sam Junkin as he's taking over the program. They are 2-2 so far this season, coming off a weekend tournament, and looking tonight on the varsity side of things really at Sammy Stevens as well as Gracie Kane to really try to maybe pull off this upset against the Applemen.
Yeah, they're absolutely going to need them. I mean, they've got seniors in the right positions. Parsley, who's going to touch the ball in just about every series. They've added some freshmen to the mix, and Schlosser, Mitchell, and Malott. So the bottom line is that the bigs are going to have to do their job, going to have to move very well in transition. And what we know is with the firepower of a team like Musselman, you cannot give free balls and expect to walk away with a win.
But here in about 10 minutes, make it 9.5, actually, it looks like we'll get ready to start JV volleyball action between Musselman and Spring Mills, as we'll have the JV action followed by the varsity action about 20 or 30 minutes after the conclusion of the JV, a best 2 out of 3. So get to see a lot of youth here between the two programs. A good bit of freshmen for Spring Mills on this JV roster, as well as a sophomore and 1 junior, and then for the other side for Musselman, a few sophomores and juniors of their own.
Yeah, it'll be fun to watch JV. It's just excited to get things going. So these last 9 minutes is going to be tough to wait. But Coach Junkin has been involved in the sport. Obviously, his daughter played last year. She played for a long time. So we have to assume that he brings good experience to the bench. They do return a number of pivotal starters. So I think right now it's about getting the cohesiveness, getting the team to gel, common goals. And then once they establish that work ethic and understand their rotations, hopefully we're going to see some good competition.
Let's look around throughout the rest of the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. A few matchups against the other conference opponents, including, I believe, Hedgesville and Jefferson, and Martinsburg taking on Washington.
Yeah, Jefferson's coaching staff came on board, it looked like, sometime in the beginning of July, so that's a little bit late. Hedgesville may be dealing with a key injury. They lost their all-state setter in Richmond. Hedgesville's going to have some work to do. Jefferson might be a good test for them this evening to get things started, especially because they've struggled a little bit here early in the season. The host is Jefferson. No, I'm sorry, they're at Hedgesville, so that is a positive situation for Hedgesville. Martinsburg, I believe, is hosting Washington. Washington does bring some experience. Martinsburg has the height. It's a good matchup. Remember, Martinsburg swept Washington last year. They came back in the second match. Martinsburg had a lead, ended up losing in 5 sets at Washington. That was a long match, a long night at Washington, and not a good one. They got out of system, just couldn't seem to regroup. So Martinsburg looking for some vengeance to reclaim that after that loss last year.
Jim, you're a former head coach in the state of Maryland, a multi-time state champion as well. You kind of mentioned it on the Sports Mix when we had you early on in the season, really just looking for the basic fundamentals from these young athletes, just kind of in depth, really talk about what you're going to be looking for.
Well, I've had this conversation with a couple different parents. Very early in the season for us, we would spend, out of a 2-hour practice, an hour to an hour and 15 minutes on ball control. So it's you train how to handle out-of-system situations. So when the pass is errant, expecting the hitters to adjust their approach, the setters to be able to get off the net, to be able to push the ball to target. And then we would spend very little time. So if we're going to spend an hour and 15 out of 2 hours on out-of-system work, then maybe we're going to spend 10 or 15 minutes on strictly fundamental hitting, where we're assuming it's a perfect pass, hitting out of a vacuum, and then our defensive rotations, which is going to include a lot of transition. So we're in defense, we practice our rotations, coach on a box, different things like that, and then handling the free ball or the setter dumps in two, which, if you followed us at all over the last 4 years that I've been doing volleyball for TV10, the setter dump, giving the ball up in two, is just asking the other team's offense to hit it down your throat. Much rather see you control the pace of defense by hitting the ball very hard at your opponent so that maybe you get something out of system and a free ball back. So that's what I'm looking for tonight. What is the ball control like? You're going to expect big hits. Volleyball at this caliber in the EPAC, you're going to see thunderous hits, magnificent blocks. But those are what happen when everything goes exactly right. Early in the season, we need to see what happens when things go awry.
Alrighty, let's step aside, take a 2-minute commercial break, and when we come back, we'll give you both teams' JV rosters that you'll see on the court here tonight between Musselman and Spring Mills. You're tuned into West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Again, back in 2 minutes.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value Brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Hello?
We're here again 3 times in the past 2 days.
You're where?
Bechtel Jewelers. Look.
Can Mom hear you?
No, she's in a diamond coma. Get her the pendant, or I will.
Hey, that's my credit card.
What? Can't hear you, Dad. You're breaking up.
It's going to take more than a crying baby to wake her out of this diamond coma. You're going to need a mega dose of jewelry from Bechtel Jewelers.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
Welcome back here to West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Colin McLaughlin alongside me is the coach, Jim McCline. Nick Verzolini's our on-site producer. Dylan Bishop's running our cameras, and back at the studio is Spencer Dupuy, as we are about 2 minutes away from JV action between the Musselman Lady Applemen and the Spring Mills Lady Cardinals. Let's now take a look here at both teams' rosters. Starting with the visiting Spring Mills Cardinals, you have number 1, a freshman in Mallory Schlosser. Number 6, Ellie Hiller, a freshman. Number 7, Allison Markowski, a freshman. Number 8, Olivia Spurgeon, a freshman. And number 9, also a freshman, in Val Davenport. Number 10 is Belle Abshire. She's a junior. Ella Streit is number 11 in blue as a freshman. Number 12 is Ashlyn Kiesecker. Number 14 is Kennedy Eiler. Number 16 is Kelsey Burkholder. Number 17 is Allie Kaplan. Number 18 is Irene Ofogbu. Again, Spring Mills in the blue uniforms with the red shorts. Now for Musselman, who's in the white uniforms, black shorts with the green arm sleeves. You have number 2, Rayland Kisner. Number 3, Olivia Orlana. Number 4, Reese Troxler. Number 5, Amaya King. Number 6, Gracie Gantz. Number 7, Claire Cameron. Number 8, Amelia Howard. Number 10, Ashlyn Weatherholtz. Number 14, Addison Skidmore. Number 16, Avery Jackson. Number 17, Maddie Shelton. Number 19, Bree Shirk. Number 21, McKinley Ross. And number 25, Elena Cameron. Less than a minute to go before the opening set of the best 2 out of 3 here in this JV action between Musselman and Spring Mills. Jim, we're finally here. Volleyball season's upon us here for TV 10. What are you excited about the most?
Yeah, we need to see the serve, receive. We want to, just like you mentioned earlier, you were spot on. We want to see fundamentals. Both teams came out swinging away, which is exactly what you expect in that vacuum type situation with the perfect toss to the setter. Now it's time to see what they've worked on in the summer, how they've improved, and now put it together. Lots of good communication, calling for the ball constantly, follow the ball to the lines, just good, clean plays, what we want to see.
Good crowd so far in attendance here for JV action. I believe I heard from Coach Sean Martz earlier from the elder care home. I have a few fans over on the right side, and sitting behind the Lady Applemen's biggest fans side, so maybe not the 92,003 people at Nebraska yesterday, but still some more people filing
There's
in.
people in line. I don't know. That could be a 90,000-seat bus.
I don't think those exist.
No, they don't. They don't.
That'd be tough to drive. How do you think the gas mileage would be?
Not good. It's probably those old people could probably get it moving faster by pushing it.
It's both teams getting started here. Spring Mills to our left in the blue, all lined up on the court. Musselman breaking their team huddle now. Again, it's Musselman in the white, Spring Mills in the blue. As we gear up for JV action.
Yeah, quiet in the gym this evening so far. You're right. It's a good crowd, but no warm-up music. I don't mind that at all. The focus is on the play. That's what we want to see.
Again, JV action right now. Varsity action will start about 20 or 30 minutes after the conclusion of this best two out of three as we get ready for our first volleyball match of the season here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube between Spring Mills and Musselman.
Well, coaches give them a little latitude here with a little pregame.
We wait to see who serves first. Did not see who won that coin toss earlier between the captains. Over to our left, it looks like I see Markowski going back, so I think she might
gotta
be
Spring
serving
Mills.
first.
Yeah.
The ball's thrown over there. So
our head official 1, Jackie Shelton. Our 2, Avery Bishop, the former All-Star from Martinsburg High School, is our second official tonight here for the JV match. They'll also be in the same positions with Shelton up and Bishop down for varsity. Hey, we should give a shout-out to Phil McCoy. Phil McCoy's a little bit under the weather. Not sure if he's watching the JV match, but that's the proud pop of the Mangler, who's not feeling too well. We're going to miss him here courtside.
yeah, give him a shout-out and also thank him because he and the Murius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson as well as Phil McCoy, are our presenting sponsors here for the volleyball season on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. So give them a call at 304-263-4343 or stop by 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg for any financial needs.
Now, they don't call him Financial Phil for nothing. How's that for alliteration?
Financial Phil from Bunker Hill.
Ooh, that's poetic.
Rob's nickname is for him. So
not a good sign here for the start. Looks like the lineup that was submitted there was a mistake, so Spring Mills has been forced to substitute right off the bat.
Got to remember it's JV, still trying to tweak some things for everybody. But it is Allison Markowski to serve. Over to the Musselman side from Spring Mills. Gant's got to call her off. That was a short free ball sent over by Kisner. Responded with a free ball by Eiler.
Look at that. Perfect pass. Weatherholtz with a good set. King comes in fast. Another free ball.
And an early mistake by Spring Mills with a bad touch gives a point to Musselman.
But textbook, perfect pass. Textbook, perfect pass, perfect offense. That's what you want to see. Pass set, got Spring Mills out of system, and a good save.
Miscalculation by Amaya King, who thought that one was over the net, so she backed off. It lands on Musselman's side. A point for Spring Mills. Ties things up at 1 apiece.
Yeah, it's the transition part of the game that we talked about, ironing out. That transition from offense to defense. King goes up after that. Obviously, she's going to get into a joust situation. She elected to back off, try to play the stuff block on the overpass.
And a miss hit off the serve of Eiler. It's Gans for Musselman that hits that one back out of play. It's now 2-1 Spring Mills leads. Eiler again to serve for the Cardinals.
Way out, way out.
Set by Shelton, and Weatherholtz keeps it in play.
Oh, there's a net violation. Oh, that's costly.
It was Burkholder's hit that went into the net, but a net violation called on Musselman. Point Spring Mills. 3-1 now is your score. It's Kennedy Eiler, the sophomore, set to serve again for the Lady Cardinals. Serve long and out. Make it 3-2 now. Point Musselman. King to serve. And a free ball sent by Spring Mills to the back line of Musselman.
Oh. Great swing by Weatherholtz.
And Weatherholtz gets the point for Musselman to tie things up at 3 apiece here in set 1.
Yeah, the pass was a little off the net, and Shelton kind of got into an awkward situation where she's back setting. Weatherholtz is a left-hander, got some advantage from that.
The serve goes out of play. Point Spring Mills as Maya King served too far. It's now 4-3 Spring Mills.
Yeah, it's gauging the difference between aggressive serving and putting it in play. So that's 2 out of 3 missed serves between the two teams.
A low line drive serve. It's an ace for Spring Mills to get them a point.
Yeah, Gans got Burt, being up too far before, and now she's kind of cheating up.
Serve from Abshire.
And there she is in trouble.
Right at Gans
you got to
again.
stay in position. Wherever your serve receive base is, you've got to stay in that base and then adjust.
This Gans now going to be substituted out for Musselman. In goes Howard. Also now coming in is Shirk. In for Howard as well. So a double sub for the one position with the libero. Now serving for Spring Mills is Abshire.
Oh, move her feet.
Spike into the net by Troxler. Another point for Spring Mills, who now leads by 4 at 7-3.
And one of our ball control drills that we ran were called run-throughs. She approached the ball and she kind of stopped and planted her feet.
This time the serve hit from Abshire over to the far side of the court, goes off Kisner and out.
And serve receive is the big equalizer. The best team in the EPAC can't win if you can't get a pass.
It's 5 straight points now for Spring Mills as this serve goes out to end that run and make it 8-4.
As Spring Mills does not want to do that. They have got to put the ball in play. And oh my goodness, this is...
Now checking back in is Amelia Howard.
The substitution came after the ref whistle.
So that means
these are all
Shirk has to stay in.
Yeah, things are working out. This is all timing. Shelton was right, though. The up official was absolutely right not to allow that.
One tip to no man's land. Point Musselman. Great job by Troxler there to see the space in the middle of the Spring Mills defense.
Yeah, Markowski's a little out of position there on defense.
It's now 8-5.
Yeah, that's a good call.
And that's a lift call on the libero for Spring Mills.
She's trying to back up and set all the way across court.
And Schlosser as the serve here for Musselman by Kisner.
Oh, good serve.
Beautifully placed, and now 4 straight points to make it a 1-point game at 8-7.
Yeah, she drops a dime on the 5. Real tough to play. Burkholder's out there by herself, too.
Was down 8-3, is now made it 8-7,
Oh,
trying to
good
tie
pass.
things up.
Yeah, this is a perfect example of out-of-system play. It was a perfect pass. The set was errant in the fact that it was between the middle and outside, but they still were able to get something out of it.
Serve to the back line from
Oh, it's
Spring
tight.
Mills.
It's real tight. And it's outside the antenna.
And that gives a point to Spring Mills, who now leads 10-7 here in set 1 over Musselman.
Weatherholt said it was inside the antenna.
Serve from Spurgeon.
Oh, it's an overpass.
The overpass works, though, as Markowski couldn't send it back over the net. Point Musselman to make it 10-8. On to serve now for the Applemen's Weatherholts. It's going to be a free ball by Spring Mills.
Good deep free ball. Good play by King. She's off. Saying it never went.
Looked like for me as well that it never went, as that gives a point to Spring Mills to make it 11-8. Serve by Strike goes into the net. Point Musselman makes it 11-9. Spring Mills still up by 2. It's now serving for the Applemen's Troxler. Reese with a line drive serve and just out.
Yeah. Miller, the defensive specialist, she was all on that.
Makes it 12-9 Spring Mills.
Oh, my.
Schlosser serve goes off the net, but in play.
It's a great serve. Good tip. Nope. Oh, there might have been a bit of bailout there. That's free ball.
That off the hand of Kaplan. Stays on Spring Mill side. It's a point for Musselman. Make it 12-10. A substitution now as Kisner's in on the front line of Musselman for Amelia Howard, and a whistle blows right at the serve.
Spring Mills call for overlap. They're not in their correct positions.
So that's a point for Musselman to make it a 1-point game again at 12-11 now. Spring Mill still on top. So they now try to fix things on the Cardinal side. It looks like they should be in position now. Scance's serve is an ace to tie things up at 12 off the deflection. All here in set 1 as the serve by Gantz of Musselman. Pass from Kaplan. And a free ball sent by Spring Mills to the back line.
Oh, it's a good call. Prolonged contact. So if you watch the way that teams play, all of the different rotations, on any given play, you could see the front row, every person move, the back row, every person move. At the JV level, I'd be asking for lineup checks often.
It is 13-12. Spring Mills leads here in the best 2 out of 3, set number 1. Kill attempt successful by Raylan Kisner to tie things up at 13-all. Now on to serve is Maddie Shelton. Pass by Markowski, set over by Spring Mills. Roof by Belle Abshire.
It was a great swing. The pass was just so far off the net that the angle for Weatherholtz, it makes it very difficult, and she just got eaten up.
Yep, Abshire as well as Allie Kaplan in on that roof, as Kaplan now is substituted out.
Yeah, we used to joke that's like hitting in a phone booth. Man, that went straight down, like hitting a brick wall.
Kennedy Eiler serve. Spring Mills leads 14-13 over Musselman. Free ball sent by the Applemen.
Ooh, big down ball. That's an overpass. See what they do. 1, 2, this is good. And a good deep free ball gives the defense a chance to reset. And a dump. Oh, no. It's got to be a roll.
That one never went over.
Never went. Yep, good call.
So we're tied back up here. It's back and forth we go. It's still 14-14. Musselman has not had the lead for a little while, trying to take the lead here. And a free ball sent by Spring Mills is out. 15-14 now. Musselman takes the lead.
Yeah, it just can't have free ball errors. That's the Cardinals' sin. I mean, it's just giving the point away. I like the fact that they've tried to send their free balls deep corners. Another free ball.
Shelton.
Low. Good adjustment to the approach. And that's a kill.
Troxler gets the point with the kill to extend Musselman's lead to 16-14. It's a timeout called by Spring Mills. We'll take it with them, make it a 30-second break back at the studio. Only a 30. Spencers, you're tuned into West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilson Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
Welcome back here as Spring Mills called a timeout in set number 1 of JV action. For our best 2 out of 3, it is 16-14. Musselman leading Spring Mills here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube as we are at Klein Court, home of the Musselman Applemen. Maya King, the serve for the Applemen. It's her serve. It's over the net and in play right at Schlosser. It's sent back over by Spurgeon. Kisner. It's now Abshire sending it to the back line of Musselman.
Oh, it's a tough angle. Good swing by Weatherholtz. That's a kill.
Weatherholtz gets the point off the timeout of Spring Mills. It's now 17-14. Musselman in the lead.
Yeah, the front row cannot assume anything. Even those balls that are past 15 feet off the net, the front row's either got to make the decision they're playing it free, everyone plays free, or everyone's got to stay home on defense and block.
King's serve goes over and out of play. It's a point for Spring Mills. Make it 17-15 now to end the run of the Musselman Applemen.
It's a huge serve for Abshire right now. Got to put the ball in play. Oh, good spot.
Free ball. That one deflected up front by Kisner. Troxler's kill gets the point for Musselman.
I really like my defensive bases, especially at the 1, to have a foot much closer to the sideline. Spring Mills' defense is more of an inside out, makes it much more difficult to react off block and know if the ball's in or out.
It's now 18-15 Musselman.
Oh, it's not a good, yeah, that's a good call.
Make it 19-15.
That's a very good call by the head official.
Musselman up by 4 now. Raylan Kisner to serve for the Applemen. Serve to the back line right in the middle.
It's another one. Good call.
Eiler over to Burkholder, and Burkholder called. Gives the point to Musselman. It's 20-15 now. The largest lead of the night for the Applemen. As now we're being told no substitutions at all.
Right, the whistle had already blown for service.
Is now Kisner serve over. As that one out. And now we have substitutions as 2 Lady Applemen will check in, as Orlana will check in, as well as Ross. It's 21-15. Musselman in the lead. The serve is short.
Subbing on serve almost acts like a timeout, and then there are issues with the kids not understand you have to be inside the 10 line. It's just a rule of the game.
It's 21-16 now. Musselman up by 5 over Spring Mills. The serve by Spurgeon. And a net violation on Spring Mills gives a point to Musselman. At 22-16 now they lead.
See, I'd ask for lineup check. Right? I mean, the down official has the lineup. She knows.
Now a substitution as Weatherholt's going to check in and serve. All looks good as it's an ace as well. Make it 23-16, so now 2 points away is Musselman from winning set 1.
Oh my, that's a bullet by Weatherholt. My goodness. Good tip.
That one goes out.
Burkhold with an outstanding tip and good control not to go under the plane of the net.
Makes it 23-17 now as substitutes checking in. Will be Ella Strite as well as Allie Kaplan for Spring Mills.
Yeah, Kaplan had a good run across the front row last time. Spring Mills got to make a move now, and they fail to do it.
And a miss serve for Ella Strite makes it 24-17 and set point opportunity for Musselman. So Reese Troxler to serve.
Good pass.
A free ball sent over to the Applemen. Can they capitalize?
Kings early on the approach and finds the spot, and that's set 1, Musselman 25-17.
So Musselman wins set number 1 over Spring Mills. They now have the 1-0 advantage in the best 2 out of 3. We'll step aside, take a 1-minute break, and then be back for set number 2 here of junior varsity action. You're tuned into West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Back in 1 minute.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Everson, Private Wealth Advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia. Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back to Klein Court, home of the Musselman Lady Applemen tonight in West Virginia High School Volleyball. As the JV action on hand, Musselman picks up a 25-17 victory in set 1 of the best 2 out of 3 series over Spring Mills. I'm Colin McLaughlin here. Alongside me is Jim Klein. Nick Verzolini is our on-site producer. Dylan Bishop's our cameraman. And back at the studio is Spencer Dupuis.
I've got family in town from Texas. I wonder if they're watching. Hi, David. Hi, Laura. Hi, Brian. If you guys are watching, this is what high school JV volleyball looks like. Just in, hot off the presses. Martinsburg High School's JV soundly beats Washington in set 1, 25-6. I thought Washington might come out a little more aggressive. It's just a JV match. That's not sure that's going to be an indication of varsity, but thank you, Chris Strobel, for the score update. 25-6, Martinsburg takes set 1. And here at Musselman wins set 1, as the sports doctor said, 25-17, Musselman over Spring Mills to start in the best of 3 series.
Which means that if Musselman wins set 2 here, that'll end things, and we'll get ready for varsity action If Spring Mills wins, that means we'll have a decisive set 3. As we still got about 40 seconds on the clock, but looks like both teams are out there and ready to go. We'll still probably have about 40-plus seconds, though, to make sure everybody's rotation and lineup is in order here for set 2. Again, for those just tuning in, it is Spring Mills on the left side of the screen in the blue uniforms and Musselman on the right side of the screen in the white and green. Just looking over at the Spring Mills side, making sure that rotation's correct, as now going in is Mallory Schlosser, the libero. Will leave Musselman to serve first this set, as Spring Mills set first in set 1. On to serve will be Maddie Shelton for Musselman. Shelton serve, a line drive right at Ella Strite, and a free ball sent over to Musselman.
Good save. That's actually, I think, a good play in, too.
Now Musselman sends a free ball to Spring Mills' side.
Very scrappy defense. Good set middle.
And the first point of set number 2 goes to the Musselman Applemen.
Yeah, textbook, it was a good pass set swing. Abshire just so early on the high set. Just got to wait and see where it is. Speed up. But again, it was a good play. That's what you hope to see.
Shelton had to recover the ball from the back corner of the gymnasium. Their serve.
Good left-handed serve. Wow.
Forces another free ball.
Man. Kisner early again. Oh, that's good. Good to see
that one out. And right to me. Makes it 2-0 Musselman. So I intercept that one away from the grabby hands of Nick Verzolini, the wide receiver from York, Pennsylvania.
Didn't know he was a wide receiver.
He wasn't. So this one makes it 3-0 now on the ace, but he was trying to be today. He has the size.
Producer Verzolini with hands like gold. Clearly he didn't eat corn on the cob before he came.
Maddie Shelton serve.
Good down ball.
And another point for Musselman makes it 4-0 over Spring Mills. So the Applemen have started off strong here in set number 2.
It's the advantage of having a setter, a left-handed setter. I mean, so she's running right side. It was a great set, and Weatherholtz just puts that away.
Another strong serve by Shelton to the Spring Mills side as a free ball sent back over to Musselman.
Oh, she's got to get that left hip around.
It's a point for Spring Mills.
Yeah, Shelton's got to set with her feet first. Set with her feet first. Got to get that hip around square to target.
Allison Markowski will serve for the Cardinals.
My goodness, if they don't have 6 players on the court at the time of the serve, then one.
I got 6.
I'm glad that the officials are being generous.
That one deflected up front.
There's a net violation in transition. 10.
That's a point for Spring Mills to make it now 4-2. That was called on Weatherholtz.
Yeah, and I don't know if it was her shirt or her foot may have crossed the plane of the net. You cannot have any part of your body extend completely beyond the line.
Some miscommunication error on Musselman now makes it 4-3.
Yeah, these are the things we talked about in our pregame show. It's all right. Things that'll work out. This is why we're here.
Markowski serve.
Good serve. Good swing off block.
Schlosser. Markowski, and the hit attempt by Kaplan goes into the net. Point Musselman to make it 5-3.
So I'm watching film on Huddle. I like to see the hitters be way back, off court, all the way beyond the 10 line, so that they have room to approach. Unfortunately, Kaplan got stuck in a situation where the ball was set right on top of her, so she had to take these baby steps for an approach. And hands.
King to Shelton.
Very tight.
And a roof by Ashlyn Weatherholtz makes it 6-3 Musselman. King on to set again for the Applemen. Serve. Free ball sent over to the Applemen.
Got to be a roll. Low, off block.
That's a point for Spring Mills to make it 6-4.
Musselman
in the lead still.
On defense, you want to be back. You want to play outside in, so you want to have that outside foot close to the line. But you watch the hand of the attacker. When she came up to dump that ball, her arm was fully extended and her hand was open. You had to read. It's going to be a tip. It's going to be a dink-type set. That way you know that you need to release moving forward.
Eiler served directly to Troxler. Troxler now with the kill off the deflection and a point for Musselman.
Yeah, a little tight. Troxler handled that very well. Good adjustment to her approach. Big reach. Call that a reach when it's tight.
Makes it 7-4. Kisner now with the serve.
Well, that's tight. That's a good adjustment. This could be a free ball. Got to talk. Got to call. Talk.
Spurgeon. Over hit by Belle Abshire gives a point to Musselman to now make it 8-4.
Yep, that's okay. You don't want to show that objection there. That Abshire just needs to back up and take an approach. Got to get off the net, come forward.
Kisner.
That's an ace. If I'm Spring Mills, I'm blowing a TO right there.
Makes it now 9-4.
And when you look at the kids' faces, there's long faces. Don't like seeing that. This is fun, baby. This is sports, man. Shake it off. Short memory, get back after it.
Kisner serves to Schlosser. Eiler, and a free ball sent over by Spring Mill Spurgeon. Weatherholtz off the deflection. No pancakes today. 10-4 Musselman.
And this is what we talked about in the pregame show. You absolutely cannot give a team like Musselman free ball after free ball. Otherwise, your defense becomes target practice.
Serve off the net on the line and in. Another point for the Applemen. It makes it 11-4. Substitution now as Elena Cameron will enter for Musselman. And a timeout will be called by Spring Mills. Let's make it a 30-second break. And then we'll be back. It's 11-4 Musselman on top of Spring Mills. You're tuned into West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Back in 30 seconds.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years.
We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents.
We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously, with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are.
Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit SkinnerWins.com. We'll treat you like family.
Welcome back as we're in set 2 of a best 2 out of 3 between Musselman and Spring Mills. Musselman won set 1 25-17 over Spring Mills, and they lead 11-4 now here in set 2 as Musselman cleans up a wet spot on the floor and gets ready to serve. Up by 7. Traylon Kisner.
Oh, good spot at the one. I don't even know if that was in. The ball was trailing right to left. But baby hook.
Plays it anyway and hits it out over the bench. And another point for the Applemen to extend their lead 12-4. Is that one a point for Spring Mills as Cameron had the ball hit kind of too high up on her body. Make it 12-5. Abshire to serve. Serve long. And right to Cameron. It's a point for Spring Mills to make it 12-6. Abshire, the lone junior on this Spring Mills team.
Ooh, Musselman adjusts to a 4-person serve receiving. That's out.
Over serve makes it point for Musselman. They now lead 13-6.
Interesting adjustment, though. Interesting adjustment. Moving to a 4-man serve receive. Don't see that very often.
It's now Ashlyn Weatherholtz to serve. That one's out. Point Spring Mills. So back-to-back serve errors. It's now 13-7. And miscommunication between Gantz and Cameron gives a point to Spring Mills to make it 13-8.
There's no one called for the ball at all, and then the ball landed on the floor right between them. Someone has got to be calling for the ball. You would hear me if I were on that bench instead of Coach Gray.
Serve for Spring Mills.
Good pass. Good bounce back.
And that's a point for Musselman. Great execution between Weatherholtz and Troxler on that one. 14-8 now. Musselman leads as Amaya King will check in for Elena Cameron. Reese Troxler to serve for the Applemen.
Oh, that's a kill.
And a hit into the bench.
Burkholder with the kill.
Burkholder gets the point for Spring Mills to make it 14-9. As the Cardinals try to rally back here in this do-or-die set 2.
This is a Fuebu. What if she had a sister who went to Martinsburg? Remember a Fuebu? Wasn't there an Anna Fuebu who went to Martinsburg a couple years ago?
I think so. Weatherholtz over the far side for Shelton.
10 line. You call that a white? Oh, that's no play, I was going to say.
And that's a point for Spring Mills to make it 14-10.
Spring Mills keeps fighting. Over the block.
Can't get there. It's a point for Musselman. Make it 15-10. Straight now checks in. For Spring Mills is Kisner and Orlana. Check in for Musselman. As Kisner goes in and then out. King off the deflection of Fuebu. Point Musselman.
Man, King with a great swing. Her arm extension, her hand is all the way back behind her head. Great follow through. Outstanding swing.
It's now 16-10. Applemen leads Spring Mills. It's now Skidmore in for Musselman. Served by Gantz. Fuebu off the deflection to Troxler. Weatherholtz sets it up for King. And King over-delivers. It's out. Point Spring Mills. Makes it now 16-11. Musselman.
Still a good swing. She just has to keep the ball in front of her, that's all. She just over-approached. Good serve on the 5. Great handle by Troxler. And no one's home.
A lift called on Musselman makes it 16-12. It's a 4-point lead now for the Applemen.
Here comes the serve. Oh, my. Got to stay
serve by
focused.
Schlosser.
Musselman has some confusion. Spring Mills has got to stay focused on the serve. No, don't worry about where your opponent's standing, what they're showing. Just serve the ball.
Gives a point to Musselman to make it 17-12.
Yeah, that's a tough one because Musselman definitely was not ready.
Afuebu. Troxler.
Oh, no.
Skidmore with the lift as...
Yeah, Skidmore had a good serve. A good serve. They had to run through traffic. Just a tough decision whether or not she should use her hands or arms. She just couldn't get there with her hands.
It's now 17-13. Musselman still leads. Gantz.
Oh, it's an overset.
Skidmore.
And Afuebu closes the door. The stuff block.
Point Spring Mills makes it 17-14. Markowski serve to Gantz. Skidmore set. Another lift called. Makes it 17-15 now with Spring Mills starting to rally back here in set 2. Markowski serve.
It's tight.
Shelton's set over to Weatherholtz. Weatherholtz goes under the net.
I wasn't sure if it went.
It's a point for Spring Mills, who now only trails by 1. Markowski. Low line drive serve. King sends it deep. Abshires. King again. And miscommunication by Spring Mills makes it a point for Musselman, who now leads 18-16.
Just got to keep calling for the ball. You practice mine. It's one syllable. Mine, mine, mine. You keep calling till someone stops.
King serve. Afuebu. And an ace for Musselman makes it 19-16. Now Shirk checks in for Weatherholtz.
Shirk's at the 2.
King. A free ball. King saves it.
Shirk in transition's got to get off the net.
Afuebu.
Don't let your setter playing ball number 1.
Troxler.
Scrappy. Low. Good adjustment. And that's a kill by Troxler.
Therese Troxler gives the point to Musselman, who now extends the lead back to 4 at 20-16. And that's an ace for Musselman to make it 21-16. Musselman trying to put this one away in set number 2. King. Short free ball sent to Musselman.
Oh, good swing.
Afuebu. And a point for Spring Mills, as I don't think that one went either, but it didn't matter. It's now 21-17. So a 4-point lead for Musselman. So they lead 1-0 after a 25-17 win in set 1 over Spring Mills. Served by Afuebu.
Oh my.
Sails over and out. It's a point for Musselman, who now are 3 points away from a match win as they lead 22-17. Orlando on to serve. A rotation error. It looks like for Musselman to give a point to Spring Mills due to a substitute error. Still some confusion for the Applemen.
Yeah, well, when Shirk came in, I thought she was at the 2. She was lined up at the 2, and she's been in the front row for...
So now they're getting some assistance. So we wait, it will be Belle Abshire to serve for Spring Mills. We trail 22-18 here against Musselman. Abshire serve. The King. Claire Cameron sets it. Now Spring Mills has to send a free ball to Ross.
It's low, very low.
Ross and Cameron go back and forth.
Off block.
And off the block, it's a point for Spring Mills to make it 22-19. We saw in set number 1 when Abshire was serving a 5 straight point rally for the Cardinals. Can she do it again?
Ooh, tough pass. Way deep free ball.
Gantz over to Eiler.
Yeah, there's hands. That's definitely hands.
An error on the side of Spring Mills to give a point to Musselman to make it 23-19. Musselman 2 points away. Is now serving for the Applemen is Shirk.
Yeah, lots of substitution questions here. Lots of lineup questions. They're really both teams struggling with. Where someone was in the net.
No call, point Spring Mills to make it 23-20.
Someone was in the net. Did not see.
Now even more substitutions checking in for Musselman. So on to serve for Spring Mills will be Spurgeon.
Yeah, this is just...
Troxler. For Weatherholtz, the King. Sent over to Spring Mills. Markowski. That one just over off the net from Davenport. Davenport with a deflection now. Eiler sends a free ball.
That's a kill. Wow, nice swing.
Kill on the far side, I believe, by Maddie Shelton to make it 24-20, which means it's a game point opportunity for the Applemen.
Good pass.
Troxler saved by Weatherholtz and sent over the net by Howard.
Good run through.
Davenport to King. Weatherholtz for King.
King was way early. Oh, way early on the approach.
And that's a point for Spring Mills to make it 24-21 as the Cardinals now need 5 straight points to win.
Yeah, can't miss a serve. This is a tough situation.
And that's a line drive to Gantz.
Going to get a free ball
saved
from
by
it.
Troxler. Sent over by Weatherholtz. Obu.
Low.
King for the win.
Yeah, Musselman can afford to send free balls now. Spring Mills cannot make a mistake of any kind.
Markowski gets the point for the Cardinals to make it 24-22, and a
timeout
will be burned by Musselman. It's a 2-point lead for the Applemen here in set number 2 against Spring Mills. Let's keep it here as it was a set 1 win for Musselman at 25-17. They only need one more point, but Spring Mills trying to stay alive to force a decisive set 3.
Yeah, it's very difficult because Spring Mill still, through all of this, they still have to go 3 in a row. Actually, it's 4 in a row to avoid the loss.
It's Kelsey Burkholder to serve for the Cardinals. Serve
Another gutsy serve.
Weatherholtz
It's
behind her
block.
for Shelton.
This is trouble, and there it is.
And Musselman gets the win, 25-22 in set 2 over Spring Mills, and they sweep JV play 2-0. Great match number 1 between the two programs, and we will now stop, take a 2-minute break back at the studio. Spencer, make it a 2-minute break, and when we come back, we'll get ready for varsity action. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Back in 2 minutes.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk.
See dealer for details.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
The WV Hospitals East Foundation is excited to announce the inaugural Dr. Frank Sabato Jr. Pickleball Classic to be held on Saturday, September 23rd at the W. Randy Smith Recreation Center in Inwood. Join us for a fun round-robin style pickleball tournament with start times at 8:30 and 10:30 a.m. Awards ceremony and lunch will follow. To register as a player or sponsor, call 304-264-1223 or go to wvmedicine.org/Berkeley/giving to download the registration form.
Welcome you back here to Klein Court as it's JV action concluding here between Musselman and Spring Mills as Musselman sweeps Spring Mills 2-0 as in set 1 they won 25-17, in set 2 25-22 as both varsity programs now out on the floor starting their warm-ups, but the 20-minute countdown hasn't started yet, so quickly just recap JV action here. And Jim, what were your thoughts on this opening JV match?
Well, it was a little sloppy from both sides. I mean, what we saw were some rotation errors. Kids didn't know their positions. When they sub in, you have to know what you're going in for. Who I'm subbing for and what position are you. What's my home base? Each position on the floor is numbered 1 through 6, and it's the order in which you serve. 1 is the first server, 2, 3 is the middle, 4 is the outside, 5, 6 is the last place or middle back. When you enter the floor, you have to know where you're going. That's what determines then where your overlaps are. Both teams struggled with that, not knowing who they were going for or what their position was. Ultimately, Spring Mills just gave too many free balls, I think, to Musselman, and Musselman was just a little more developed with their offense. They handled the free balls a little bit better and made fewer mistakes. So it was a good start for both teams. Both teams know what to work on and how to improve. So we switch gears. We look over at Martinsburg. Martinsburg swept Washington 25-6, 25-13. That's the only early score I have so far. But clean sweeps, I think, from the expected favorites when you look at those two teams.
Alrighty, let's wrap things up here for the JV action. Step aside, take a 5-minute break. 5-minute break back to the studio. Spencer, so that we can get ready for varsity action between Musselman and Spring Mills, as Musselman victorious 2-0 over Spring Mills in JV action, 25-17 and 25-22. You're tuned into West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Again, back in 5 minutes.
Before the invitations and the dress, the flowers, cake, candles, or vows, there was an answer to a question proposed with a ring.
Bechtel Jewelers knows that an important part of your wedding happens before the I-dos. We're a diamond store with an engagement and bridal jewelry selection that's both exciting and accessible.
On the big day, there's everything else, and there's the ring. Make sure you get this one right at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. I'm gonna call my parents. Dad, come over. The brisket's done.
The Traeger Connected Experience. Everything you need for epic flavor. And then some.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
I pre-planned my funeral to make it easier on my family. They were relieved to know I'll get just what I want.
My family actually thanked me for taking matters into my own hands. Turns out having this awkward conversation wasn't awkward at all.
Pre-planning is my choice. There are certain things about me my family may not know. Now they won't need to guess.
The choices are yours. The peace of mind is theirs. Pre-plan your funeral with Brown Funeral Homes and everything will be taken care of. Find out more online at brownfuneralhomeswv.com. Brown Funeral Homes, here for you.
At the Berkeley County Health Department, our motto is Prevent, Promote, Protect. Since 1935, our mission has been to provide clinical and environmental services to protect the health of the general public. We're committed to building public health in our community by offering a wide range of services, including blood pressure screening, breast and cervical screening, family planning, counseling, lab testing, and more. We perform health inspections to make sure the restaurants you visit are clean, and we prepare and coordinate plans to respond to all hazards. The Berkeley County Health Department, 122 Waverly Court, Martinsburg.
Have you been smoking?
I can smell it. Hickory. I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack. Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Have you been smoking?
I can smell it. Hickory. I'm gonna watch you smoke the whole pack. Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
Is Dylan Bishop back at the studio? Is Spencer Dupuis as JV action already done for today as we get ready for Musselman and Spring Mills varsity action as Musselman, the defending state champion, 9-time state champions, looking for 4 straight state titles, but they go up against a very young but hungry Spring Mills Lady Cardinals led by 6'2" lefty Sammy Stevens and Gracie King. Jim, I believe you said during the preseason these two teams might have got to meet in a scrimmage, but we'll see how things go here during the regular season.
Yeah, I guess there's no surprises now. Like I went with a friend of mine to a local restaurant, and I bumped into a player on Spring Mills, and she said to me how excited she was for the upcoming season. She thought that they were going to be much improved, and they were really looking forward to challenge teams like Musselman this year. They started off a little bit slow. They did struggle against 2 very good teams, University, who is in the state tournament year after year perennially. So this is going to be the real test. Now they're back in EPAC action, facing a Musselman team that lost 6 contributing seniors, 4 of which were instrumental in the three-peat. Hutzler, Howard, Walker, Miller, and then you can't forget Weatherholtz and Franklin, who were also key contributors. But the bottom line is they still bring back arguably the best defensive player in the state of West Virginia, and Ava Dunnigan, who has signed a Division I contract to play next year for the College of Charleston in beach volleyball, no less. We know that Watcher had a very good state finals. Chrisman comes back as a senior. However, she has to make an adjustment. For the last 3 years, she's played offhand. She's run as an opposite. Now she's moving in more into the limelight. It'll be interesting to see whether or not she's running middle or on-hand outside. And then, of course, the Mangler, Ada McCoy, who will move into that limelight, the spotlight, the main role that was possessed by Hannah the Hammer Howard, a previous Gatorade Athlete of the Year. Ada McCoy looking to fill those shoes. Now, Musselman, not only do they have to figure out their defensive rotations, they also have to figure out how they're going to work the younger players into the mix. Ashley Fox is going to get much more playing time. Avery Lark had a good tournament down in the Carolinas, and we would expect to see Ella Collis on the floor today, the 5'9" sophomore. So, going to be very interesting to see this. Although this is the Musselman that's won 9 state titles, 3 in a row, it could look like a different team, but I still expect to see the firepower.
They've been off to a hot start so far, 4-1 so far this year. They played last weekend in the border battle. However, it's not a border battle for West Virginia. It's a North Carolina-South Carolina border battle, so not any bordering state for West Virginia. However, they were still able to have the opportunity, go down and win. And what exactly does Musselman do? As Jim, I think you got somebody being introduced to you real quickly, as I think all's forgiven, hopefully, as well as Ava Dunnigan comes over.
Yeah, I got
Coach Mart's really giving you a hard time here.
Yeah, a little bit. So this afternoon, Sports Mix airs every day on TV 10, Facebook Live. Came on and did first segment at 12:08 today, and I prefaced the interview with, I don't want to talk too much about Musselman and Spring Mills, because obviously the people who are sitting at home right now, not in the gym, are listening to us this evening. That's the chance for me to talk about Ava Dunnigan, the libero, the best defensive player in the state according to Coach March, and I said arguably, but she is very talented, obviously signing a Division I scholarship. However, keep in mind, I did say, tune in later, you'll get the full breakdown, and that's what we're giving to you right now. I've come out, giving you everything that there is to know to be prepared for this match tonight. Spring Mills has got to pass the ball. It doesn't matter whether or not you got a 6'2" or a 7'2" middle. If you can't run your offense and force Musselman to react to you and your style of play, they're going to hit the ball down your throat. Spring Mills has got to give offense to Musselman. Conversely, Musselman has got to play good transition. They've got to take the free balls. They have to play good defense and generate offense from defense, which is one of the most difficult things to do very early in the season.
Quickly back to the point that I was trying to get to before Ava Dunnigan and Coach Martz came over about the border battle for North Carolina and South Carolina that Musselman was in. They actually won that tournament for the first time in program history as well. And then on the other side for Spring Mills, 2-2 on the year, and a team that's trying to become one of the top teams in the Eastern Panhandle, as Musselman on the floor solely now taking warm-ups. And let's step aside, take a 2-minute break, and then when we come back, we'll hear from Sam Junkin, the head coach of the Spring Mills Cardinals, as well as Coach Sean Martz of the Musselman Applemen. You're tuned into West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Again, back in 2 minutes.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How do I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm Philip McCoy, financial advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Hi, Crescia Hornby here. Larry DeMarco, broker of Modern Realty Results, believes he has some of the best real estate agents in the Eastern Panhandle. Agents at Modern Realty Results have years of experience and knowledge of the local real estate market. Agents within the office work as a team to provide quality customer service. We strive to always ensure client satisfaction through handling every transaction with honesty and integrity, all while offering competitive rates. Modern Realty Results is veteran-owned and managed. Please call us at 262-4222, modernrealtyresults.com.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
After conquering the North, Martinsburg's new mission is to become top dogs this Friday night when the Stonebridge Bulldogs try to mark their territory.
It's a jet sweep to Clement. Clement goes up the middle, lowers his shoulder, goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Martinsburg.
It's the Stonebridge Bulldogs taking on the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Pre-game coverage begins at 6 p.m. with kickoff scheduled at 7 right here on Talk Radio WRNR TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Welcome back here to West Virginia High School volleyball action on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube between the Spring Mills Cardinals and the Musselman Applemen. Colin McLaughlin alongside me is the coach, Jim Klein. Our on-site producers, Nick Verzolini, Dylan Bishop's our cameraman. Back at the studio is Spencer Dupuy, as we are under 9 minutes away from set 1 of a best of 5 between Spring Mills and Musselman here in EPAC play. Let's now hear from the head coaches of both programs, starting off with Sean Martz, the head coach of Musselman. Now joined by the head coach of the Musselman Applemen, Sean Martz. Coach Martz, your team gets to have a home match today against an EPAC rival in Spring Mills. Your team coming off a great weekend in South Carolina, winning the tournament down there so far early in this season. What have you liked?
Yeah, we played at a really high level down there. I was really pleased with our effort and our execution down there. We were a little shaky Friday night, missing some serves, getting ourselves in a little bit of trouble there, but we managed to win that match. And then we lost a really tight match to a good team early Saturday morning, but then we turned it around and won 3 straight against really high-level competition, so I was really pleased with that.
Got a lot of seniors that graduated from last year, 3 seniors this year really stepping up, and a lot of new players stepping up into this program. What have you seen, I guess, from them so far?
Yeah, when you lose, 4 or 5 starters and 6 really good seniors, been with us for a long time, you're kind of not sure what to expect. We thought we had some pieces to fill in, and we knew we had some pieces at important positions coming back in Ada and Kendall and Ava at Libero and Keeley. We needed some other kids to step in, and they really did. They performed really well. Avery Lark performed really well. Liv Elias performed really well, freshman right side hitter. So we had some kids step up in key positions for us.
Tonight you guys take on Spring Mills, get to host them, a team that's young but definitely improving, has a new head coach in Sam Junkin. What are you looking forward to tonight against the Cardinals?
We don't know really what to expect. We know they got some talent. We haven't seen them play, haven't got a chance to scout them. We just kind of want to play to our standard, not really focus on the outcome. Sometimes we get back home, we stress out a little bit in front of our home crowd, want to make a really good impression. We just got to try to not try too hard and just let the game come to us, and I think we'll be fine.
It's still the beginning of the season. You probably don't want to look way down the road, but still feel like it needs to ask because it's still the ultimate goal, and that's the 4P to state champions. How tough do you think that's going to be, though?
Well, let me correct you there. That's not our ultimate goal. We don't really focus on that. We haven't talked about that at all. That's for the outside people to talk about, people on Facebook. We haven't talked about a 4P, the quest for 4P. That's not coming from us. One of our mottos this year is high standards, low expectations. We want to just focus on our standards and let the score take care of itself. We don't worry about those outcome goals. We just want to focus on our process goals, and we think the score will take care of itself.
All right, anything else, Coach Smarts?
I think that's it. I appreciate it.
Thank you. Good luck. Now joined by the new head coach of the Spring Mills Cardinals, Sam Junkin. Coach Junkin, first year at the helm for you and the team, but you've been with the team, watching them from the sidelines as a fan with your daughter playing. Just, I guess, talk about the program this year and what you've liked so far from them.
Sure. We're really kind of coming in, laying out a foundation that we can build a program and legacy around. We're standardizing our processes from our freshmen to our JV to our varsity, and putting in an offensive system that we feel comfortable that we're going to deliver on tonight.
Your team coming in, I believe, 2-2 on the year now. Just talk a little bit about the early season so far. What are some of the strengths you've seen, and what are some things that you still feel like you need to tweak early on?
Sure. So the tournament we came out of 2-2, our first 2 games matches were by far the best we had. I think our attention and focus needs a little more improvement throughout a whole day, but I think we have enough for today for the full match for what we have. So what I'm seeing is our offense is really looking solid. Our 6'3" Oppo from the outside, Samantha Stevens, she's hitting really well. Looking to capitalize on that. And from our defense, we're looking to pick more balls up than we did yesterday.
Let's look at today's match. You guys get to open up Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference play against the defending state champions in Musselman. Just talk about what you've seen from them so far and what you're hoping to execute as a team today to maybe pull off the upset as well.
I love opening it up with Musselman here. It gives us an opportunity to see them up early. Every time we walk on the court, we intend on being better than when we were the last time. So I believe we can come in and get some really good reps against this team and potentially show some surprises with regards to what we're going to do.
What are some of the goals that you've set into place so far for your program?
The program overall, we're focused on standardizing fundamentals. I mean, that's what it is. Everything should be built around that as we go through. We're looking at ensuring that changing the culture for the overall program itself, bringing a sense of pride and really kind of growing something that we can be proud of and grow on in the future.
Anything else, Coach?
No. Excited. Looking forward to tonight.
Thank you. Appreciate it, and good luck.
Thank you very much.
That was our coaches' interviews with Sam Junkin, the new head coach of Spring Mills, alongside Sean Marks, the head coach of the Musselman Applemen, as we are 3.5 minutes away from the end of warm-ups for varsity action. Colin McLaughlin alongside me is Jim Klein as we take a look at these warm-ups here. What are your, keys or expectations here for these two teams, Jim?
Well, there's going to be change. Coach Marks talked about the fact that, they have expectations and standards. You don't put all those banners on the wall, up on the ceiling without having expectations and working to constantly achieve standards. He also talked about trying to reload, the way that you have to work through the process of putting new players into key positions. In warm-ups, I never saw Chrisman hit middle. So what that means is if Chrisman's going to go to the left side, if she's going to hit on hand or outside, she's going to have to pass the ball. And when she was in the opposite position, she wasn't very involved in serve receive. She wasn't very involved. So that's going to be a huge change. What I saw was Fox and Collis running a lot of middle. So it'll be interesting to see how they can withstand the hammering of Kane. So, this is a very intriguing matchup. And really, this early in the season, whoever passes better, I think, could be in the best position to win this match.
Great crowd on hand tonight as the JV teams, freshman teams have stuck around for both. And we got a Musselman student section now in attendance to our right side, as well as it was a group of about probably 24, if not more, male athletes at the end of the JV game. You could hear starting off in the hallway storm themselves in and bringing their Kelly Green Alien as well over in the student section. So I guess outer space or something, or just the color itself is the theme for this student section.
It's rowdy. Like if you look at you scan the bleachers right now, there are a few empty seats. The music is very loud. I think that the student section is going to be boisterous. This is going to be a very interesting matchup, and I think that that's a huge advantage for Musselman to have the crowd on their side. Spring Mills has got to play very efficiently. They cannot send a bunch of free balls.
Let's now take a look here at both teams' rosters as we're a minute away from the end of warm-up, starting with the Spring Mills Cardinals. You have number 1, a junior, and Jaden Junkin. Number 3 is a freshman, Mallory Schlosser. Number 4, junior, Bella Abshire. Number 5, also junior, Emma Jones. Number 6 is a freshman, Sophia Mitchell. Number 7 is a senior, Ariana Parsley. Number 8, a junior, Maddie McDaniel. Freshman number 9, McKenna Mullen. Number 10 is Brooke Everhart, a sophomore. Number 11 is a senior, Gracie Kane. Number 12 is Isabel Bolliard, a junior. Number 13, Sasha Connor, a sophomore. Number 14 is Gabby Mallet, a freshman. And number 15, Sammy Stevens, the junior. And then number 16 is Riley Ransford, a junior, for Spring Mills, here tonight in the gray uniforms with the red stripes. Now for Musselman, you got number 2, Raylan Kisner. Number 3, Bianca Hutzler, both sophomores. Number 4 is Reese Troxler, a sophomore. Number 5 is Amaya King, a sophomore. Number 6 is Ashley Fox, the first junior. Number 7 is Ella Collis, a sophomore. Number 8, Ada McCoy. Number 9, Ava Dunnigan. Number 10 is Ashlyn Weatherholtz. Number 11 is Liv Alice. Number 12 is Olivia Orlana. Number 14 is Kendall Watcher. Number 17 is Maddie Shelton. Number 21 is Keely Chrisman. Number 24 is Avery Lark. Number 25 is Allie Miller. Musselman in the Kelly Green uniforms with black shorts. Jim, before we step aside for our final break, what are you looking for in this one?
Well, I think there's going to be firepower. I think we're going to see a lot of big swings and a lot of big blocks, and I think it's going to be a ton of fun.
All righty, as both teams getting ready to take the court, let's step aside now and take a 2-minute break. Actually, let's make it a 3-minute break, Spencer, back at the studio. A 3-minute break, please, as we are gearing up for Musselman taking on Spring Mills. You're tuned into West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Back in 3 minutes.
It's the excitement of NCAA Division II football on TV 10 featuring the Shepherd University Rams.
He'll throw it. It's intercepted by Harrison. Dante Harrison is Mr. Touchdown on defense.
Join us on Saturday, September 2nd, as the Rams kick off the 2023 season against Southern Connecticut State at Rams Stadium. Kickoff is set for noon with pregame coverage beginning at 11:30 a.m. right here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
The Palace Lounge in Martinsburg is the place to be. Join us every night to relax and enjoy football or basketball games featuring either the Martinsburg Bulldogs, Shepherd University Rams, or West Virginia Mountaineers. We will have steak night every Wednesday, trip nights every Thursday, and now taco and margarita nights every Tuesday. You can find us on Facebook or call 304-267-7520. The Palace Lounge is located at 1350 Edwin Miller Boulevard in Martinsburg.
Remember when you were a little kid and saw your first deer?
Oh, how cute.
As an adult, maybe you've had a different experience.
Where'd that come from?
Bambi mess up your dream machine? Call Cody's Auto Body today at 304-901-4777 and get the work done right the first time. Cody's Auto Body, 851 Wilston Street in Martinsburg, has a team of auto body professionals with a lifetime of experience putting your ride back together again, regardless of how it got that way. Cody's Auto Body.
The Honda HR-V, CR-V, Pilot, Passport, and Ridgeline. They all have one thing in common. They never back off from a challenge. Available with all-wheel drive, the Honda SUV lineup has the performance you can count on and the capability to amaze. It's no wonder Kelley Blue Book's KBB.com named Honda the 2022 Best Value brand.
CMA's Honda of Winchester, 3985 Valley Pike. CMA, moving lives forward.
Based on 2022 brand image awards from Kelley Blue Book, visit KBB.com for more information.
After conquering the North, Martinsburg's new mission is to become top dogs this Friday night when the Stonebridge Bulldogs try to mark their territory.
It's a jet sweep to Clement. Clement goes up the middle, lowers his shoulder, goes into the end zone. Touchdown, Martinsburg.
It's the Stonebridge Bulldogs taking on the Martinsburg Bulldogs. Pre-game coverage begins at 6 p.m. with kickoff scheduled at 7 right here on Talk Radio WRNR, TV 10, and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Radon is the second leading cause of lung cancer deaths in the United States each year. But do you know the radon levels in your home? Home is a place to live, love, and laugh, not a place to breathe air containing radon. The Berkeley and Morgan County Health Departments are distributing free confidential radon test kits, and you can get yours at the Berkeley County Health Department office in Martinsburg and the Morgan County Health Department office in Berkeley Springs. Protect your home and family. Get your free radon test kit today.
Hi, it's Talk Radio WRNR and TV 10 Spencer Dupuis. When I got into a car accident and needed to get another vehicle, I wanted to go somewhere I could trust. So I went to the Heffley Motor Company at 993 Hedgesville Road. As a first-time car buyer, I really didn't know what to expect. But at Heffley, they treated me like family. Every step in the process was seamless. Not only did they give me a great deal, but they also helped me secure an amazing interest rate. Now I know firsthand why Heffley has such a great reputation in this community. I ride with Heffley Motor Company, so you should too.
Nothing goes better with football than chicken. From Pee-wee to the big boys to the wing T formation. A hearty meal of 12 pieces for $12 is just what the boys need to be at their best. Oh my, fumbling, bumbling, stumbling.
Omaha!
Rock's 12 pieces of chicken, just $12.
The national anthem is just concluded at Klein Court, home of the Musselman Lady Applemen. So we get ready for varsity volleyball action right here in the Mountain State between Spring Mills and Musselman. Con McLaughlin alongside me is the coach, Jim Klein. Our on-site producer is Nick Verzolini. Dylan Bishop's our cameraman. And back at the studio is Spencer Dupuis. JV action already took place earlier this evening. It was Musselman winning in set 1, 25-17, and set 2, 25-22 to get the 2-0 sweep as we are now ready for varsity action. It is a best 3 of 5.
Yeah, and in other action, Martinsburg swept Washington. It was an EPAC night. Hedgesville split with Jefferson. Hedgesville JV winning set 1, 25-23. Jefferson winning set 2, 25-21, Hedgesville prevailing in set 3 to win the match, 25-14. And now we're about lined up, ready to go here at Musselman High School. An epic EPAC battle with Spring Mills hopes to dethrone Musselman. They were the first team to take a set from Musselman last year in the EPAC. See if they can reproduce that and more this evening.
Musselman, I believe, won the coin toss, so they will serve first. On the right side of your screens, the Applemen. On the left is Spring Mills. The ball rolled over to the right side by our officials. Looks like on to serve first is the sophomore Allie Miller.
Spring Mills comes out with a smaller front row. My goodness, I hope this doesn't backfire.
Miller to Connor.
It's an overpass.
And the Mangler McCoy makes them pay early, 1-0 Musselman.
Right, and you're asking your big opposite, Stevens, to play defense. She's lined up at the 5. My goodness, what a tough position for Stevens to be in the first play of the match.
1-0 Musselman. Miller right over at Connor.
Free ball. Deep free ball.
And it's way out of bounds. 2-0 Musselman. Sophomore Allie Miller giving the Applemen a strong start here at home. Serve low, line drive, and
another passing mistake, and this is going to be trouble. Oh my goodness, Dunnigan with a dig.
McCoy off block. Parsley.
Low, got to be ready to do with
free ball by Connor. That's far side off block, and the points given on a lift to Musselman to make it 3-0.
Yeah, I think that's a tough call. Our up official, ref 1 is Avery Bishop. Down is Emily Moats. Line people, Jadalyn Joseph and Jackie Shelton. Thank you for coming tonight.
Miller sends it long to Stevens. It goes off the basketball hoop and straight down, and that awkward bounce gives another point to Musselman, who's absolutely on a roll here early. 4-0 is their score.
This ball control is exactly what we talked about. That ball looked like it was going to be about 3 feet out. Stevens in a tough spot.
Miller serve to Connor.
Again, out of system, some kind of free ball or roll.
Daniel to Connor. Dunnigan. Set by Watcher to McCoy.
Good adjustment by the Mangler. Down ball by Connor. Low. Fox is early.
Fox hits that one out. It's now 4-1. Spring Mills gets its first point of the evening.
Fox has got to stay back on her approach. She started way too soon. Had to try and jump straight up.
On to serve is Parsley. Dunnigan set by Watcher.
Yeah, so Spring Mills, what they try to do is save one rotation to get Stevens into the front row. That might have backfired a little bit. Of course, they only gave up 4, and they were all out of serve-receive ball control.
Parsley to Dunnigan. Watcher sets it. It's time to McCoy. It's off the block and a point for Musselman.
Yeah, she told Stevens got to penetrate. She has the ability. She has the height. She's got to reach across the net. Thumbs up, and penetrate.
It's now 5-2 Musselman. Served by Ashley Fox. On the line. It looks like it was in.
Yeah, it was a great serve up the 1.
That's an ace for the Applemen to make it 6-2.
Yeah, we talked on Sports Mix today about how much time I spent in serve, receive, and ball control. Definitely something early in the season you got to do.
Fox, low to McDaniel. Stevens almost takes off the head of Nick Verzolini.
She's left-handed, so the ball goes all the way across her body. It was a low set. Stevens got to expedite the approach to be able to get there in time. She took a side swipe at it, and of course it ended up sailing wide.
7-2, the serve over to Connor. Set now for Spring Mills by Parsley. And a block sent right back to Stevens, and beautiful rescue by Miller, but a free ball sent by Fox. Stevens.
Off block, another good dig.
McCoy over the outreached arms of Stevens.
This is what I expected. This rally right here.
Miller. Watcher.
That's a good play. We got a net violation.
A net violation on McCoy, I believe, gives the point to Spring Mills to make it 7-3.
What a heated exchange. Man, it gives me goosebumps. Both teams playing great defense, and there's no doubt who Spring Mills with Stevens in the front row, who they're relying upon.
Serve to Miller.
Miller's got to keep her feet.
McCoy.
Better penetration that time. Could do more. That's a block out. Ada McCoy told her big time again. Stevens has got to press with the outside shoulder. It's thumbs up, and you have to turn the ball back in.
It's now 8-3 Musselman. That's checking in for the Applemen and will serve as Bianca Hutzler.
Don't you think that the pace kind of lends itself towards Musselman, too? Very fast pace.
Bianca, the sister of Bella Hutzler, who graduated from Musselman last year.
This is a free ball. This is trouble.
Hutzler sets it behind her. Mark gets the point for the Applemen to make it 9-3.
On defense, I really would have liked to see Everhart stepping up to cover off block. Who's covering the tip in that situation? Everhart moved to the 5. Didn't come up and read between the block.
And the serve goes long from Hutzler. It's a point for Spring Mills. Now 9-4.
And in comes Gracie Kane. This is the front row that I thought could do some damage pretty much against anybody when you look at the size and the ability of these kids. And that's trouble as an ace
for the Cardinals to make it 9-5. Freshman Sophia Mitchell on to serve again after the ace. Trying to do so again.
Oh, that's a tough pass, too.
And she does. Back-to-back aces for the freshman.
Yeah, Miller got a lot of playing time last year as a freshman, as a defensive specialist. She ran some time to libero as well. So that's uncharacteristic, the 2 passing mistakes. Maybe even a third. That ball might have been out.
Dunnigan to McCoy. McCoy sends it long. It's now 9-7 as Spring Mills charging back here to make it a 2-point deficit against Musselman.
Yeah, and that's the point of pressing in a team. That's the point about being out of system. The pass was way off the net. Tough approach from McCoy.
Mitchell to Miller, set by Hutzler to McCoy, off the block, and it goes out. Point Musselman.
Yeah, Kane and Stevens, so they'll work that out.
Keely Chrisman now enters for Musselman as Ada McCoy on to serve. It's 10-7 Musselman. McCoy with an over serve gives the point to Spring Mills to make it 10-8.
We got the sophomore Collis on the floor now.
Sammy Stevens serve into the net. Point Musselman to make it 11-8.
Yeah, Spring Mills to upset a 3-time defending champion. You just can't make free ball mistakes, and you've got to limit. You want to be aggressive with serve, but you got to put the ball in play to give your team a chance to score, and they continue to dig out from the deficit.
Ava Dunnigan now to serve, the libero for Musselman. Dunnigan serve goes to Spring Mills side. Everhart over now. Sending it is Bolyard, and Bolyard gets the point for the Cardinals.
Yeah, and see, I like the one playing that. I like the one playing that ball first, but Chrisman was played the opposite all the last 3 years, and all of a sudden she's on hand, she's on the outside, she has to pinch and dig. She's not used to being in that position, being expected to pass like that.
It's 11-9 now. Musselman still leads. Make it 11-10 as that one a line drive right to McCoy, and she can't handle it.
Yeah, I think it was out. If the 6 has to take a step back, traditionally, unless it's a lollipop, it should be out.
McKenna Mullen to serve again.
Oh, that's a bullet.
That one right in between Dunnigan and McCoy, and the freshman ties us up at 11 in set 1. Spring Mills faithful now making noise. Mullen. McCoy.
Good pass. This should be something.
Hutzler for Chrisman. Blocks. McCoy keeps it alive.
Got to go back to her. She goes with a hard angle, and that's a kill. And that's what you expect from Chrisman. She's a senior. She's savvy. She worked around the block.
And it's now 12-11 Musselman on top of Spring Mills.
The other thing, too, is Chrisman hit opposite hand last year. I would be pulling that block inside and forcing her to hit line. Last year, everything she hit as a right-hander on the right side had to be angle, had to be across her body.
Kendall wants her serve.
It's an ace.
It's an ace as some just overpasses by Spring Mills that they couldn't bring down and keep in play. Makes it now 13-11 Applemen.
Connor, got to get a pass here. Got to move your feet.
Watcher. Low line drive serve over the net to Connor. Set up now by Mallett. Back to Connor. Musselman with it. It's Chrisman.
And that's a kill.
Chrisman always delivers.
Yeah, I think that went through the block. I don't think that went over Bolliard. They've got to close the block. They've got to figure it out. Is the middle setting the block and Bolliard's closing?
It's 14-11. Musselman leads.
She's picking on Connor.
Dunnigan. Chrisman again.
Off block. That was touch.
She gets Musselman another point to make it 15-11.
And see, this is at a position where I start thinking about a timeout. You were down 8-11. You tied it up 11-all. Now all of a sudden you're down 15-11. Don't like giving up 4 points in a row. Especially now you're libero.
Long.
My goodness. Yeah, passing mistake and a free ball error. That's definitely a timeout in my book, and there it is.
16-11, your score. Timeout, Spring Mills. Let's step aside, take a 1-minute break, and then we'll be back for more. You're tuned into West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube. Back in a minute.
This is Eric at Hagerstown Ford. Over the last decade, the way we buy things have evolved. Now, you get on your phone, click Want It, and it shows up at your front door. At Hagerstown Ford, it is that convenient. We've changed the car buying experience on the I-81 corridor forever. And with a return policy better than Walmart, there's absolutely no reason to buy a new or used car, truck, or SUV anywhere else. Just like Amazon, Hagerstown Ford will deliver the vehicle to you, where you are, and on your time. And if you don't want it, return it. No questions asked. Why waste your time at a car dealership playing the dumb back-and-forth games? Besides, we hate it more than you do. I assure you, no dealership from Winchester, Virginia to Washington, D.C. will beat our price. No dealership from Chambersburg, Pennsylvania to Baltimore, Maryland will beat our price. And no other dealership will allow you to return it if you don't want it. Hagerstown Ford absolutely provides the best experience at the best price. Visit HagerstownFord.com to schedule your VIP experience. Click on the vehicle you want and get your new ride delivered to you at no risk. See dealer for details.
Long. That's a point for Spring Mills as we welcome you back as the timeout kind of went quicker than expected. It is now 17-12 as teams have alternated points. On to serve now for Spring Mills, Gracie Kane.
Good serve. This is a smaller lineup for Spring Mills. They've got to play good defense. And there's a hitting mistake. That's an unforced error.
As Bolliard puts that one in the net. Point Musselman. They now lead 18-12. As Miller will check in for Chrisman and serve.
Now serving, number 25, Miller.
It's Allie Miller, the sophomore back. Sends it to Connor, and Connor sends it to McCoy, and McCoy hits it out. Point Spring Mills. Make it 18-13. 2 to check in. It's Parsley as well as Stevens for Spring Mills. Bolliard and Mallett check out. Parsley to serve. Sends it to McCoy. Set by Watcher behind her. Spiking it down was Fox. Dunnigan dives for it. Can't get there. Point Spring Mill.
Yeah, defensively, again, you've got to see that. When the attacker's coming one hand way up in the air, open-handed, you got to be able to read the tip. The defense should be adjusting to that. Of course, it's very early in the season. They'll fix that.
18-14. McCoy.
Good decision by Parsley.
Watcher, McCoy, off block. Stays with Musselman. Awkward hit by Alice.
Yeah, Alice couldn't take an approach.
Stevens over the block, gets the point.
Yeah, Miller's out of position. Again, the attacker comes in, the left-hander comes in with her arm fully extended, so you have to know she's not going to be able to hit the ball with her hand fully extended.
It's now 18-15.
Yeah, Spring Mills is scrapping here a little bit.
Parsley. Watcher
this
sends
is a
it
big
for McCoy.
One. Yeah.
McCoy in between the block. Point Musselman. Make it 19-15 now.
Now going back to third. Number 6, Ashley.
Ashley Fox on to serve. Fox serves it long and out of play. It's a point for Spring Mills. Make it now 19-16.
Now serving the Cardinals, number 13, Sasha Connor.
Sasha Connor now up.
Good spot, deep 5, comes back, off block. That ball was in play. Here we go, free ball. This is where Musselman typically capitalizes.
Alice off block.
This is an overpass.
And McCoy sends it home. 20-16 now, Musselman leads.
And that's why you can't give free balls to Musselman. You cannot give free balls to Musselman. They're going to make you pay.
Now checking in is Bianca Hutzler. And Hutzler will serve for the Applemen.
That was a good run across the front row for Alice. Freshman.
Hutzler sends it to McDaniel.
Tough
hits
angle.
It high. Stevens over to the far side to Hutzler. Dunnigan. McCoy to the back line of Spring Mills. Parsley for McDaniel. Or excuse me, that was Mitchell. And it's a point for Musselman as it went too far. 21-16 now is your score.
Yeah, you're now in a bad position now because the lead is greater than that of what you need to finish the set. Spring Mills basically has to play perfect.
And it's a point for Musselman to make it 22-16.
And that's deflating. A miss-hit kill drops in right in front of Stevens.
22-16, Hutzler serve. McDaniel, Parsley. It's stuffed by Musselman against Mullen.
Yeah, it was a great swing by Mullen, though, and that ball was touched.
McDaniel for Stevens, and Stevens puts it in the middle.
Great
Dunnigan.
pass. Oh, I don't like those hands.
Hutzler for Lark. Dunnigan. Hutzler this time for McCoy. McCoy to the opposite side, and it's in. It's now 23-16 Musselman in cruise control right now as Spring Mills will take another timeout. We'll keep it here, though, as we are in set 1 in a best-of-5 situation, first of 3 wins. And right now, it is the defending state champion Musselman Lady Applemen in control over Spring Mills.
Martinsburg ends up winning set 1 over Washington 25-11. That is a pretty good score. Washington on the road at Martinsburg. Scores are coming in from across the EPAC, waiting on a Jefferson Hedgesville, but after that 3-set JV matchup, it's going to be a couple minutes.
Timeout quickly concludes. It's Hutzler to serve for Musselman. And that goes off the net. The Spring Mills final timeout works as they wanted it to give them a point and make it 23-17. Gracie Kane will now enter in for Sophia Mitchell. The freshman checks out, and McDaniel to serve.
Well, they've got an athletic back row for Spring Mills, and they've got arguably their best front row lineup.
The Mangler.
She misses wide.
Just misses. It's a point for Spring Mills to make it 23-18.
And that's where setting the block is so key. Stevens is sucked in, forcing McCoy to hit line, and she misses. She hits wide. I think that Ada made the mistake. I'm not sure, but it was still a very good swing.
Miller to Dunnigan, who sends a free ball. McDaniel, Parsley.
Again, the hands.
Net violation on number 9, it looks like. McKenna Mullen, the freshman, actually gives a point to Musselman to make it 24-18 as they now have set point.
That had to be a transition error. She left the net. My goodness.
It's now Maddie Shelton, freshman for Musselman, will come in to try to get them the victory.
Oh, it's a good pass. Good save. Kane with a kill. She
Kane
preserves
puts it right in the middle, and nobody's home for Musselman.
Yeah, it's a miss hit, but she had to reach for it.
It's now 24-19. So Spring Mills needs a huge rally here to keep things alive. They need 5 straight points, otherwise it is over here in set 1. Serve, Dunnigan. Hutzler behind her. And Lark hits it off the net. It's a point for Spring Mills to make it 24-20.
You know, and Lark last year, she played all on hand. This is where you're talking about position. She's at the 2. She's got to fix her timing. Ball's got to cross her body. Here's to Chrisman. Chrisman goes mano-a-mano to win the set.
Yep, it goes off the block and down onto the court. It's 25-20. Your final here in set 1 as Musselman takes it over Spring Mills. We'll step aside for a 1-minute commercial break now and then be back for set number 2. This is West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Back in 1 minute.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button and set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at WHMsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
When will I be able to retire? How do I make the most of the money I have? How can I leave a lasting legacy to my loved ones? I'm John Everson, Private Wealth Advisor with the Mirius Group, a private wealth advisory practice of Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated. Call us today at 304-263-4343 to help you make the most of your financial future. Our office is located at 1270 Winchester Avenue, Martinsburg, West Virginia.
Ameriprise Financial Services Incorporated, member FINRA and SIPC.
Welcome back here for West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube, brought to you by the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy. You can locate them at 1270 Winchester Avenue in Martinsburg and call them at 304-263-4343. I'm Colin McLaughlin. Alongside me is Jim Klein. Our on-site producer is Nick Verzolini. Cameraman Dylan Bishop. Back at the studio is Spencer Dupuis as set number 1 goes to the Musselman Applemen, 25-20 over Spring Mills.
Yeah, I think we got to see exactly what we expected. Spring Mills does have the offensive ability. They just don't seem to have the experience that they need just yet. Doesn't mean that they're out of this match. They really got to keep their heads up. They got to practice short-term amnesia. When a mistake happens, what you tend to see is that it impacts them a point or sometimes even 2 points later. They can't give up those little 2, 3, 4 spurts. I mentioned they were down 8-11. They got to 11-11, and the next thing you know, they're down 15-11. It's just so hard to beat a defending champion, especially on their home court, when you're playing in a situation where you're giving up 3 and 4 point spurts.
It will be Spring Mills to start with the serve to open up set 2 in this best 3 of 5. It's on to serve Ariana Parsley. Her serve goes to Dunnigan. Dunnigan to watch her set up. Behind her for Fox. And Fox gets the lucky roll and a point for Musselman to make it 1-0.
In Spring Mills, they rotated one time, so they've got more size in the front row on serve. I really don't like trying to save that rotation. I'd like to see them start like that if they do in Game 3.
Fox to McDaniel sends it over to Spring Mills bench, and out of play, it's a point for Musselman to open up a 2-0 lead here in set 2.
And again, McDaniel, she's got to know, if you're back and it's a flat serve, it's got to be out. She's got to be in a position where she's waist high to the end line.
Fox to serve again. It's time to Connor.
Again, I heard 3 outs, a cacophony of outs, and wow, what a run through by Miller.
McCoy puts too much power on the spike. It's a point for Musselman to make it 2-1.
Yep, just like that, Spring Mills down a field goal. You cannot give up the runs. Oh, I apologize. No, I thought that
one went out.
Yeah.
Connor to McCoy.
I thought there was a touch at the...
That's Alice to McDaniel. Parsley to the far side for Mullen, and Mullen ties things up at 2 apiece.
Yeah, my bad. I thought there was a touch on that. I was watching the reactions, and I thought, wow, it was 3 instead. That's a huge turn of events.
If there was a touch, Spring Mills got away with it. This one goes long. Miller keeps it in play. Watcher.
Tight.
McCoy realizes that.
Yeah, Spring Mills is reaching for the tight pass, try and steal with a stuff block, and they end up in the net. Would have been a kill anyway. McCoy just so athletic.
It is now 3-2. Musselman currently leads over Spring Mills. Also, for those that maybe earlier today were looking for some high school football tonight, as it's Jefferson at Sharando tonight.
Yeah, that was a 6 o'clock start, too.
Jefferson currently up 21-10 with 8:43 to go in the third quarter.
McCoy from the 10 line.
McCoy hits that off the net. We're tied up at 3 now here in set 2.
Yeah, she couldn't take an approach. Coach Mart's imploring her to roll.
It's the freshman Mitchell to serve. It goes to Dunnigan, and Musselman can't handle that one. Spring Mills now leads 4-3.
These are the things that are working out. Hutzler, the new setter, in the mix here.
Dunnigan for Hutzler. McCoy.
That was over Stevens. That was such an impressive hit.
That one low off the foot below the net. Ella Collis. And we're now tied at 4 between Musselman and Spring Mills, as checking in for Musselman will be Chrisman and Shelton. Shelton to serve.
Shelton fresh off the JV match. The freshman comes in. She's going to take a rotation here. What a good serve.
Serves right at Everhart.
Oh, she was under. No call.
Stevens blocked. It's McDaniel now sending it to the opposite side off the net by Mullen. Chrisman off block, and it's roofed by the two towers of Spring Mills, Gracie Kane and Sammy Stevens.
The freshman Shelton comes on. She held her. Like, what bizarre world in which we live do you see a freshman come off the bench and do what she needs to do? That's, my goodness, and then a service error.
Gives a point to Musselman now as we're tied 5-all. It's Dunnigan now to serve for Musselman, and a whistle blows first. Some confusion here with our official nearest to us. So now Dunnigan will have to serve again. Still 5-5. It looks like we're all set now to serve. Is an ace for Musselman to make it 6-5 now, Applemen.
Yeah, Everhart's got to move her feet. She's looking at coach and swinging her arms left to right. That's a foot movement issue. That was not a hard-driven ball. It's not a situation where you're low in a shoulder. You need to move your feet. She's got to swing that left foot around, step towards target. Again, lots of arm swing.
And a missed free ball by Bolliard gives an easy point to Musselman there to make
absolutely,
it 7-5.
Absolutely cannot have free ball mistakes against Musselman.
Dunnigan takes a deep breath.
Oh my, she serves the 3. Dunnigan with
Kane right at Dunnigan now in the response.
Got to be a roll. She comes with the power dink, an overpass, free ball. 2 free ball errors. My goodness.
It's now 8-5 Musselman.
See, you're not necessarily want to blow a timeout this early in the set, but my goodness, these are mental mistakes. Spring Mills is better than this. And there's the servicee there. And there's the timeout. I think that might be one too late, but there's still time.
9-5 now, Musselman in the lead over Spring Mills. Timeout for the Cardinals. We'll take a 30-second break. You're tuned into TV10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. Back in 30 seconds.
W. Harley Miller Systems understands the need and desire for reliable and affordable smart home solutions. Secure your home with a security system and keep a close eye on your family. Automate your home with a Control4 system and have smart technology work as one. Set daily schedules to control your thermostats. Push a button, set the mood for dinner by dimming lights and playing music, or just sit back and enjoy a movie in your own home theater. Put decades of experience to work for you. Visit us at whmsystems.com or call 304-350-1931.
Welcome back. Dunnigan now.
Overpass.
Overpass.
They
Fox,
say Fox
and
touches the net.
Is at the net, and she's unhappy with that call. It's a point for Spring Mills to make it now 9-6.
She's saying her follow-through touched the net. Fox thinks it was the ball.
Mullen to serve, and that one way over and out. Point Musselman, 10-6 now.
Yes, the karmic universe of serve declared that she did not touch the net. Just kidding. That was a bullet serve, 10 feet out.
It's Kendall Watcher now in for Musselman and will serve. Serve. Long over the head and out. So back-to-back errors. Makes it now 10-7. Spring Mills. Gracie Kane will serve.
Kane with a low, flat serve.
Dunnigan, though.
The libero with a kill.
Gets some luck on her side to make it 11-7. The student section somehow gets the ball and will assist Allie Miller. Miller off the net. Unhappy with herself there as it's now 11-8. Stevens checks in. Another substitution alongside her. Looks like is Ariana Parsley. She'll serve. McCoy.
Oh, perfect pass by McCoy.
Watcher. And that's Fox who hits it too hard out of play. It's now 11-9.
Yeah, perfect pass by McCoy. She fed Watcher feeds Fox. Fox with a hitting error. Watcher could have gone anywhere with it.
Sends it long. Point Musselman. Now lead 12-9.
You just have to wonder what Spring Mills could be like if they eliminate, not even eliminate, they cut some of these unforced errors in half.
Fox to McDaniel, who has an error. 13-9 now.
Yeah, so service error followed by serve receive error. It's just, now the hole's 13-9.
Fox. McDaniel again.
Another ace.
Another ace for Musselman to make it 14-9. Spring Mills already has used one of its timeouts here this set. It's Fox. McDaniel. Maddie McDaniel sends it awry, but Connor sends it for a free ball. And Alice sends it home. Point Musselman to make it 15-9. It's the freshman Liv Alice up front alongside Ella Collis and Ada McCoy. And Spring Mills will use its final timeout of set 2 at 15-9 as it was a 25-20 set 1 win. We'll keep it here though. Colin McLaughlin alongside me is Jim Klein. Nick Verzolini, our on-site producer. Dylan Bishop, our cameraman. Back at the studio is Spencer Dupuis. As Musselman train right now chugging along smoothly with a 6-point lead in hand. It looks like this one just a quick timeout. It's both teams back on the court, and it's Fox again to serve. Fox right to McDaniel, who just hits it over to her bench. And McDaniel's going to be subbed out as it's now 16-9.
Yeah, out of timeouts, that's all you can do. I mean, at this point in the match, what I'd be doing is I might not be substituting as much as I would be changing my rotations, keeping my core players on the floor for the playing time, and trying to figure out what rotation works best.
Overpass, and that gives a point to Spring Mills. They finally can take a deep breath at 16-10, and now have a serve for Sasha Connor. Miller
very tight pass.
Off the net and has to send a free ball now. Schlosser, the freshman, over to another freshman, and that was Mullen. Mullen again gets the point for the Cardinals.
Yeah, watchers just spectating. She was not in a defensive stance at all, kind of standing upright, just watching the defense. You got to get down, ready to move. Got to be down, ready to react.
That makes it 16-11. Watch her to McCoy.
Good angle by McCoy. She's such a smart player.
Mullen gets another point for the Cardinals.
Yeah, I like a setter who's offensive-minded first, but, man, the ball bounced right on Watcher's base. That's 2 in a row. She's got to play defense to offense.
And
then a service mistake by Connor.
So that one kills the Spring Mills momentum that it had. Make it 17-12 Musselman. Hutzler will go in for Liv Alice and serve after the substitution. Clark also coming in. Hutzler overpass by Schlosser, the freshman.
And now it's tight. Hutzler gets it. And a kill by McCoy.
The Mangler keeping her name here. Makes it 18-12. It's a tough situation right now for Spring Mills. Half on the floor, freshman. Hutzler. For Stevens. And that's out. Point Musselman to make it 19-12.
Musselman.
Just wide, but boy, she hit the crap out of it.
That one low off the net. Point Spring Mills to make it 19-13.
Yeah, this is early season form. Right now, Hedgesville's up 17-13 against Jefferson. A little bit closer than I thought at the start of that match.
Dunnigan sends that high. McCoy sends it back down, off block. Point Musselman. It's now 20-13. It's Chrisman and Shelton will enter. Miller and McCoy will exit for Musselman.
The freshman Maddie Shelton in to serve. Wow, the bottom just dropped out of that. It was a good pass, though. Wow, I like the way Mullen swings. Chrisman with the hut. She gets the kill. She just beat the block. Low, fast, set. Like that shoot to the outside.
Shelton, 21-13 lead now, will serve. You mentioned the freshman got to see some time during the JV sweep of Spring Mills. Her serve long, they call out, and it's in. Point Musselman to make it 22-13.
Coach March is so good at developing the confidence in these athletes. Again, this is a kid, Maddie Shelton, who comes in as a freshman. She's coming in off the bench. She scored 3. I mean, this is just nice.
This time it goes long.
That time's a little deep.
Make it 22-14 now as Shelton, though, does her job for McCoy, and McCoy will check back in.
Yeah, that is interesting. That is interesting.
This one could not be saved by McCoy. Goes over, out.
Yep.
Ace,
yep.
Spring Mills.
Ace right between Dunnigan and McCoy.
And a serve error by Gabby Mallett. Point Musselman to make it 23-15. It's Dunnigan now to serve as Musselman 2 points away from winning set number 2. Donegan with the dig. Chris
way off. Good reach, though.
Might have been deflected. It's Mallet to Kane.
Larkin, good position on defense. Chrisman has to hustle. She tools the block.
Gets the tool. We're now at set point at 24-15. Donegan trying to wrap up set number 2. Short serve. Sent over by Spring Mills Everhart.
Perfect pass. Lark gets it, and there's the net violation. That's set 2 to Musselman.
And that is that. Final score, Musselman 25, Spring Mills 15 here in set number 2. They now have a 2-0 control over Spring Mills as we step aside, take a 1-minute break, then be back for set number 3. You're tuned in to West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Mommy, where does flavor come from?
Well, when people love food, they cook it on a Traeger grill. Meat, corn, even pie. And then the Traeger does the rest, which brings everyone to celebrate this beautiful thing that they've created. Because when you share delicious food with your friends, that's the flavor of life.
Shop now and save at Orsini's today.
With 4 new car dealerships and 4 used car dealerships in 3 states, Parsons is the largest used car and fastest growing new car dealer in the tri-state area. Take Parsons Ford with huge savings on hundreds of new Fords, financing from 0%, Parsons' goal of financing for all, and Parsons' famous above-market trade-in allowances that help make Parsons #1 for used cars too. See why so many won't buy anywhere but Parsons Ford in Martinsburg. We became #1 by making you #1 first. Parsons.
We welcome you back here to Klein Court as Musselman in control of this one over Spring Mills as they lead 2-0 after winning set 1 25-20 and set 2 25-15. As again, we'd like to thank our presenting sponsor of West Virginia High School Volleyball here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube, the Mirius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, John Everson and Phil McCoy, located at 1270 Winchester Avenue. Call them today at 304-263-4343. Maybe not call them today, actually, because the office is currently closed.
No.
But call them tomorrow. Don't call them, though, for WVU football tickets. They don't have any that we know of.
Well, Spring Mills has got to do something different here in set 3. They've got to do something very, very different. They've got to virtually eliminate their transition and free ball mistakes. When they do something good, finally get a service opportunity after giving up a point or two, they cannot miss the serve. What happens is Musselman just takes way too many advantages of their opponent's errors.
Musselman will serve, I believe, to start set number 3 as we're just waiting for our officials to get into position. One more set win for Musselman, and that ends the night with a sweep. This JV got the 2-0 sweep. Now Varsity trying to get the 3-0 sweep. The music finally dies down, so we can hear each other think, Jim. Unless you're not thinking.
What'd you say?
I said the music finally died down so we can hear ourselves
I know,
think.
I'm still deaf from it. My goodness, it's very loud tonight.
It's sophomore Allie Miller to serve for Musselman. Miller sends the knuckler over. It's an ace for the Applemen. 1-0 they lead to start set 3.
Yeah, if I'm Miller now, I work it and I'd serve it deep.
She does, but it goes out.
Well, I want to serve it 4 feet deep. Yeah, she sucked them in with that low 3 and then try to work it back to 6 or up the seam. Smart play.
Parsley serve. Tipped right off the net. McCoy now.
Off
goes
block.
off the block. Point Applemen to make it 2-1.
We used to run a defensive strategy called coach in a box where we just stand and hit the ball right at the defense. Stevens has got to penetrate, got to reach with those hands, penetrate the plane of the net.
Fox with a low serve to McDaniel. McDaniel can't get there. It's another Applemen ace to make it 3-1. Fox. McDaniel, Parsley, set behind her for Connor. Connor to the back line. Miller, Watcher to McCoy. McCoy off the block again, gets another point for the Applemen to make it 4-1.
Just got a score in from John Thorne, who does the huddle scores for Hedges. For Jefferson. Hedgesville takes set 1, 25-20. Jefferson actually had a 22-20 lead.
Free ball sent by Connor for Spring Mills. Fox, Watcher to Alice. And Liv Alice, the freshman, gives another point to Musselman, who now lead 5-1. Spring Mills so far tonight with no answers for the Applemen's firepower. Fox to serve. Goes right at Connor, set by Parsley. Parsley to Stevens, and Stevens finds the back corner. But they say it was out. Point Musselman. 6-1 now. Fox another serve.
And that looks like an ace. Good save. Wow, what a great play by Parsley. The whole defense of Spring Mills.
Alice off the net. Parsley, Stevens.
Down ball, good dig by Miller. McCoy, the rotation was late. Mitchell still got a touch. That's off block, yeah.
That's a point for Spring Mills to make it 6-2.
It was not only was it off touch, I thought that it was in as well. Martinsburg now up over Washington 15-7, which could be the deciding set.
They're also, I believe, going for a sweep. It's Connor, low serve to Miller, set by Watcher to Alice, and Alice just punches it over.
Yeah, it was a good reach.
Mullen off block to Miller, dug out. Back to McCoy. Stevens.
Off touch. The hit was out, but it was off touch. It was a good call. Good call by the linesperson.
6-3 now. Musselman still leads over Spring Mills. Serve to Miller.
And that's a rare serve receive mistake.
Post of the net, make it 6-4.
Yeah, Miller got a little bit lazy there. She needs to get that hip around. Left hip, push the ball, step through, follow through.
Miller. Watcher.
A little low. Man, good adjustment by McCoy.
Off the block, and eventually gets the point as Spring Mills couldn't recover. It's a point for Musselman to make it 7-4.
Yeah, Stevens is so imposing at the net. She just has a little bit of a fundamental issue that is actually very fixable. Just has to press just a little bit more. Just press, press, press. Almost like you want to rest your forearms, the inside of your forearms on the net. You can't do that, obviously. You want to be thumbs up, and you want to rest those inside of those forearms just above the elbow on the net.
Bianca Hutzler's serve. Can't stay in play. It's a point for Spring Mills to make it 7-5.
Now back to serve for the Cardinals. Number 6, Sophia Mitchell.
Mitchell to serve for Spring Mills as the freshman sends it over. McCoy. Right.
That's through the block.
Freshman makes it 8-5 now as that a point for Musselman. The freshman, Maddie Shelton, coming back in to serve in the place of Ada McCoy.
Overpass.
Almost caught, it looked like Lark off guard a little bit. But it's Musselman now to Chrisman.
Chrisman way off the net.
And it's a point for Spring Mills to make it 8-6.
Yeah, they're still working through some things there. You know, Lark's not used to being on the right side, I don't think. And then you got Chrisman, who's moved now to the on-hand side.
Sammy Stevens to serve. And it's an error. Point Musselman to make it 9-6. Ava Dunnigan will now serve.
That's a good pass. Good serve by Dunnigan. Good pass. Not a real lot, a whole lot of offense. I think that ball's touched. Yep, good call.
That time, Chrisman was able to deliver another point for the Applemen, who now extend their lead to 10-6.
Almost looked like Chrisman caught that ball and threw it.
I almost thought so too, but nothing called. As an error for Spring Mills gives an easy point to Musselman to make it 11-6.
Overpass.
Another point for Musselman because of it. They now lead 12-6. We look over to the head coach,
everybody
Sam Junkin for a timeout, but
everybody looked at him.
Keeps his arms crossed and waits as Dunnigan sends it over to Mullen. And this one, just a long fly ball to center field and no home run. It's a point for Musselman, who now lead 13-6. And a timeout called by Spring Mills. We'll step aside for a 30-second break. You're tuned into West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10, WRNR TV on YouTube.
The Skinner family has been representing West Virginians for more than 50 years.
We've changed the name of our firm to Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers because we want to be clear about what we do. We represent people who have been in car, truck, and other catastrophic accidents.
We're here to be a voice for the injured and vulnerable, and we take that job seriously, with deep commitment to serving our clients wherever they are.
Just Google Skinner Accident Lawyer or visit SkinnerWins.com. We'll treat you like family.
Welcome back. 13-6 in set 3. Musselman leads Spring Mills.
And this just in, Martinsburg High School, congratulations with the sweep over Washington. They win 25-12 set 3.
Dunnigan goes short, sending it over. Nope. Spring Mills. Brooke Everhart tried to, but couldn't get it there. It's now 14-6 Musselman. The air in the tires of Spring Mills slowly deflating. It's a deep free ball sent over, and that one
was really close.
Very close to the line, but kept in play. Spring Mills again with a free ball. Chrisman off the block gets another point for the Applemen, who now lead 15-6. This is an all-out clinic right now for Musselman. Dunnigan with another short serve. Gracie Kane off the block. Gets the point for the Cardinals to end Musselman's rally and put it at 15-7.
Number 9, McKenna Mullen.
As McKenna Mullen, the freshman, on to serve for Spring Mills. Goes off the net and takes a Spring Mills roll. That's a point for the Cardinals to make it 15-8. Mullen to Dunnigan. For Chrisman now over the block.
And what a great swing by Bolliard.
Chrisman off the block, gets the tool. Point for Musselman to make it 16-8. Washer enters as well. It's Liv Alice for Musselman. On the Spring Mill side, it looks like Emma Jones will go in. It's Watcher to serve. Watcher eventually gets the ace as that one goes too hard over the outline. 17-8 now.
Yeah, Bolliard with a hitting error. That's, man, she was going for that deep one.
Watcher off the net.
Pancake.
But it doesn't matter.
See, normally we would all holler Aunt Jemima. I'm not sure you're allowed to do that anymore.
I don't know. 18-8, those your score. Always can use some syrup with your pancakes, though.
Mm-hmm. That's a great play on defense by Connor.
That one goes into the crowd. It's a point for Spring Mills to make it 18-9.
Number 11, Gracie King.
Serve over. Free ball sent by Musselman to the Spring Mills side. Can they capitalize? It's the freshman off the block.
Not the best set. Ended up in a...
They get a second opportunity.
And then another bad pass.
19-9 now. Musselman gets the point. As Miller and McCoy go back in for Musselman.
Number 25, Allie Miller.
Miller serve. McCoy, overpass opportunity. Put that one on our highlight reel, makes it 20-9.
She mangled that. Just absolutely fantastic timing. Great reach, good body control. She didn't hang in the net.
That one off the antenna. It's a point for Spring Mills to make it 20-10.
Now back to serve for Cardinals. Number 7, Ariana Parsley.
It's Parsley to serve. Then McCoy. Watcher back for McCoy. Off the block of the freshman and Mitchell. McCoy makes up for it.
Yeah, McCoy was all over it, too. If Mitchell would have played that ball, McCoy would have shut the door on it.
Makes it 21-10. Fox, long serve over and out. Make it 21-11. It's now Connor to serve for Spring Mills. McCoy.
Wow.
And the Mangler gets another point for the Applemen to make it 22-11.
Now serve from Lady Applemen. Number 3, Bianca Hutzler.
22-11 as Bianca Hutzler to serve for Musselman as they're 3 points away from victory.
Not a service mistake.
And a service mistake out of play. Makes it 22-12.
Number 6, Sophia Mitchell.
And Sophia Mitchell now to serve. Mitchell serve. Right down the middle. Now in is Kisner. Stevens off block of McCoy, and Kisner gets the point for the Cardinals. It's now 22-13. Mitchell to Miller. Set for McCoy. McCoy deflected, and a point for Musselman to make it 23-13.
Yeah, interesting attack. You see Kisner and Lark coming right at the setter like they're going to run double quicks. End up being a decoy. Easy kill for McCoy.
And Spring Mills will use a timeout at 23-13 here in set number 3 as Musselman 2 points away from sweeping the night over the Cardinals.
Yeah.
Colin McLaughlin alongside me is Jim Klein. Our on-site producer is Nick Verzolini. Dylan Bishop is our cameraman. Back at the studio is Spencer Dupuis as we keep things here. It's been a tough night so far for Spring Mills and a great night for Musselman.
Yeah, I think that Spring Mills, again, has enough athletic ability to play better than this. It's a tough road environment. They've got to eliminate some of the unforced errors, free ball.
Shelton serve over to Spring Mills and a free ball sent by Stevens.
And see right there, perfect example. Not a bad pass. It just ends up in a terrible situation where they don't get any offense.
Stevens gets the point off the block for Spring Mills to make it 23-14. Still a long way away from coming back in this one and staying alive. I have a few substitutions on the Cardinals side. It looks like serving will be Gabby Mallett. Malott, my apologies.
Low.
Chrisman
tries to speed up, doesn't get there. Hits it, sails.
Sails it out. 23-15 now. Serve. Just close to the line, kept alive by Chrisman. Lark to the freshman. Kane with an overpass. Chrisman.
Oh, another overpass. You can't give free balls. Lark takes a big swing, doesn't go, they say.
Point Spring Mills to make it 23-16 now, as the timeout for the Cardinals has kind of gave them maybe one last burst here. Short serve to Dunnigan. Hutzler for Chrisman. Chrisman with the point makes it 24-16, which means it's game point.
Yeah, that was just over Bolliard and Kane.
Back to serve for Lady Applemen. Number 9, Ava Dunnigan.
Is Dunnigan trying to improve Musselman to 5-1 here.
If I were her, I'd drop it in on the 3. She doesn't do it. Nope, she goes aggressive to 5 and gets the ace. Oh, no, she doesn't.
It was an overpass.
Crawls across the net, and they get a free ball anyway.
Shelton. Hutzler to Chrisman. That one's high into the air. And another free ball sent over.
Hutzler working. Chrisman goes for it with the kill.
And Chrisman gets the win in set number 3. 25-15. Musselman wins and sweeps Spring Mills 25-20, 25-15, and 25-16 as the Applemen now 5-1 on the season. Spring Mills falls to 2-3. We'll step aside, take a 2-minute break here, and then we'll be back for wrapping things up on our post-game show. You're tuned into West Virginia High School Volleyball on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Before the invitations and the dress, the flowers, cake, candles, or vows, there was an answer to a question proposed with a ring.
Bechtel Jewelers knows that an important part of your wedding happens before the I-dos. We're a diamond store with an engagement and bridal jewelry selection that's both exciting and accessible.
On the big day, there's everything else and there's the ring. Make sure you get this one right at Bechtel Jewelers in Inwood.
The 37th Community Wellness Screening Event, sponsored by Rotary of Martinsburg with services provided by WVU Medicine, will be held Saturday, August 26, 6 to 10 a.m. at WVU Medicine Physical Therapy and Rehabilitation on Tavern Road in Martinsburg. Know your numbers. It's easy and convenient. No waiting in line, no doctor's appointment. Discounted screenings offered. Pre-registration required. Deadline to register is August 18th. Sign up today. Call 304-264-1223.
After a car accident, what do you get when you call Mansion Ferretti?
You get more experience from a local law firm with over 115 years of combined service.
More respect from a team who treats clients like their own family.
And more fight, because we want you to get every dollar you deserve.
Experience, respect, results. If you've been injured, that's what you want in your lawyer.
And that's what you'll get when you call us. Car accident? Get more with Mansion Ferretti. 304-264-8505.
It's the excitement of NCAA Division II football on TV 10 featuring the Shepherd University Rams. He'll throw it. It's intercepted by Harrison. Dante Harrison is Mr. Touchdown on defense. Join us on Saturday, September 2nd, as the Rams kick off the 2023 season against Southern Connecticut State at Rams Stadium. Kickoff is set for noon with pregame coverage beginning at 11:30 a.m. right here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube.
Welcome back here to Klein Court as we ramp things up on our post-game show for TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube as Musselman gets the sweep over Spring Mills, 25-20, 25-15, and 25-16. Colin McLaughlin here alongside me is Jim Klein as we're now joined by Sean Martz of Musselman High School. Coach Martz, congrats on the win. What'd you like from your team this game?
Well, I thought when we did get in system, we were pretty efficient. I thought our setters did a nice job of spreading the ball around. I thought our hitters did a nice job of terminating. Thought we blocked pretty well. And when we got our serves in, they were tough. We just missed a few too many.
As you now improve to 5-1, and once you kind of got into control there, you guys never really gave it up. But even with that being said, what are some things in your mind that you guys still need to improve on after?
Well, I thought we were pretty sloppy in serve receive. I thought Ava played really well in serve receive, but our other passers not so much. We missed quite a few serves, but when you're an aggressive serving team, you're going to miss some serves. So you got to live with the good and the bad there. So, but yeah, we need to clean up our serve receive. We got to be better. Like I said, when we were in system with a 3 or 2 pass, we were pretty efficient, but we got aced a few too many times. So we definitely got to clean that up.
Jim?
Hey, so you think that Christman's made the adjustment from playing, opposite right-hand side to outside so far this year, or you're still working through that?
No, I think she's done a nice job. I thought she was. I don't know what she hit, but I'm willing to guess it was over 400 tonight. She was pretty efficient. And she's done a nice job passing here. We've been kind of mixing up our lineups. She's been playing right some this weekend, and then Avery Lark played a little bit of left side for us this weekend, but we kind of switched it back to this lineup where she's predominantly on the left.
Yeah, we talked about that in pregame, that Christman would have to pass. Being on the right side, last couple years, so definitely a different adjustment. What about the other players who have moved into different roles, playing different positions? You're still working through some transition things, obviously. You feel good about where you are? I mean, it's very early in the season. I get that.
Yeah, I feel really good. When you play yourself in the first few weeks of the season, you don't really know how good you are. We looked okay in our scrimmages, but then when we played some really top-notch competition, I thought they stepped up. You always worry about coming back home and playing in front of a pretty big crowd and the nerves and maybe over-trying, like I said, the pregame. So I think we worked through that a little bit early. I think they settled in, especially with our serves. We started getting them out of system a good bit, and I don't know how many aces. I think we had quite a few aces in set 2 and 3.
Alrighty, if you got any other questions?
No, I think Coach said it. Expectations and standards. I definitely think what you said in pregame, you achieved those things at home. You did exactly what you need to do. Sweep over Spring Mills. They're big. They're athletic. They got to work on some free ball. I think way too many free ball mistakes, service mistakes. They tend to give up 2 and 3 point runs to you, and you just take advantage of that. No one in the state could come to Musselman and expect to give up 2 free ball errors, finally get the ball back, and then miss a serve. And great job, Coach.
I appreciate that. Thanks a lot, guys. Thanks for the coverage.
Thank you, Coach, and thank you for your time today as well. Congrats on the win, Coach Martz, as we get ready here to wrap things up now. Any final thoughts before we do so, Jim?
No, it's great. It's a great match. We've got 2 more matches next Tuesday and Thursday. Have a great week. More volleyball comes back at you next week.
Yep, on Tuesday we'll be at Spring Mills as they host the Hedgesville Eagles. Again, JV and varsity action for that one will be on at 5:45 with a 6 p.m. start for JV right here on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. But we are not done yet with our coverage of high school sports this week, because tomorrow is our first game on Talk Radio, WRNR and TV 10, as well as WRNR TV on YouTube of the season for the Martinsburg Bulldogs football team as they host the Stonebridge Bulldogs, a Class A power in the state of Virginia. So that one will start at 6 o'clock, kickoff set for 7 between the Bulldogs. And then on Saturday, we have Shepherd football kicking off the regular season against Southern Connecticut State as kickoff at Shepherd for noon. 11:30 is our pregame show on TV 10 and WRNR TV on YouTube. For Spencer Dupuis, Nick Verzolini, Dylan Bishop, and Jim Klein, I'm Colin McLaughlin, signing off here from Musselman High School as the Applemen get the sweep 3-0, 25-20, 25-15, and 25-16 over Spring Mills. Until tomorrow, have a great rest of your evening.
That concludes tonight's coverage of West Virginia High School volleyball featuring the Eastern Panhandle Athletic Conference. Tonight's coverage was brought to you by the Murius Group of Ameriprise Financial Advisors, Rock's Local Markets, Parsons Ford, Skinner Accident and Injury Lawyers, Bechtel Jewelers, CMA Honda of Winchester, Brown Funeral Home and Cremations, Orsini's Home Store, the Gary Kelly Allstate Insurance Agency, Hagerstown Ford, the Berkeley County Health Department, Modern Realty Results, and the Mansion Ferretti Law Firm. Keep it tuned to TV 10 for all your local high school sports coverage. All rights reserved.